can make all the money they want to.
You know, they get top pay when they graduate. For 2 years, you can make anywhere from $18, $24 an hour, somewhere in that range. I really like that.
Precision agriculture essentially is applying crop production inputs on a site-specific basis to reduce waste, increase profit, and maintain the quality of the environment. It's everything from working on the program, so you can get an associate's degree, or you can do it in potentially a year and a half if you want to get agriculture, if you would like to continue.
What I enjoy about teaching is taking a student who has never been around through with them. They're able to go to a job and make a living for themselves and their family.
The range in which you can go basically depends on your work ethic. My class size started as 12 people, 2 of which are already at work. They've been working for 2 weeks now. They don't even come to class. They come and take their exam at the end of the year. They've been getting a paycheck.
do a and on-the-job program, Win Job Center, with several of our dealers in our area.
And I've got dealerships and private guys just beating the door down needing technicians. So this skill right here is something they can carry on through life. They can make a living at. If you know what you're doing, you can make six figures, no problem. That's a lot of money.
I've been on heavy equipment my entire life. Yeah, I was 9 years old, and my dad told me to dig a ditch about a mile long and left me there for a week, and I did it. It's a lot of different pieces of equipment it takes to get the job done. We have backhoes, skid steers, track loaders, bulldozers, motor graders, dump trucks. You need to know all of them and be a master at one or two of them. That way you can fluctuate throughout a construction job site. Construction equipment, it's everywhere.
My long-term goal has always been to teach. I had a professor when I was in culinary school that was kind of one of these life-changing guys. Spent a lot of time and effort with me. My long-term goal was always to give back, to be able to share my knowledge of food with a younger generation. In the culinary world, our end game is very simple. We're trying to entertain you and we're trying to fulfill you. Whether it's through the sight of the food, the smell of the food, or the taste of the food, you have to have all three of those aspects together to make a really, really good dish. There's one thing their freshman year that I just beat to death, and it's the 6 keys to becoming a professional chef. Knowledge, skill, taste, judgment, dedication, and pride. And if a student has those 6 things and follows through with them, they will be wildly successful. Having a dream and following through with that dream is probably one of the most rewarding things that I can have.
We are broad in our area of what we teach. A student can come through and they can go into the mechanical design aspect of it. They can go into the architectural. They can go into the civil and surveying, estimating.
I would say this is probably the 6th or 5th year that we've been heavy into the 3D printing. It is a valuable tool, and it's the wave of the future. You don't have to have an art background. You don't have to have an engineering background. You want to pursue a 4-year degree? We've got different avenues for that also.
So my spare time, I'm still drawing at home, designing residential homes and commercial buildings. I love what I do. And when I can teach a student to do and love what I do, it makes my day.
It's wide open with electrical technology. We start with basic residential wiring. We start talking about how AC/DC works together. And then we go into motor control for our 2nd semester. Then after the first year, we go into pneumatics and hydraulics. 4th semester, we go into AutoCAD. We go into PLC, programmable logic control. So anything to do with electrical, we basically cover that here. Their career options are unlimited, so you could be just a regular handyman doing residential, putting ceiling fans up, remodels for kitchens, can lights, receptacles, hanging wall-mounted TVs. You could go work with a grain bin system. You could work for a farmer, a grain elevator. Cellular South picks our guys up because they need technicians for the towers. They can make 50, 60 grand starting out. I have students that are hired before they get out of school.
Our program deals more with the agronomy side of agriculture and how to grow crops. Also with the agribusiness side, we talk about yield monitors on combines and cotton pickers. We talk about guidance on tractors. We talk about variable rate technologies. Talking a little bit about remote sensing and how we're using the drones out on the farm. We get into dealing with a little bit on livestock. We cover so many weeks for each crop that we grow around here. And I also teach a farm machinery and shop management class. With the technological background we've got now in agriculture, there are some good paying jobs out there waiting, and right now we've got more people calling in with jobs than we've got graduates to fill them. It's very special to me that you can take a seed and plant it in the ground and you can see a plant grow and you see something to harvest from it.
Mdcc has your college experience close to home. A quality education, passionate instructors, and financial support. It's the place your journey begins. Visit msdelta.edu and register today. Dream big, plan well, and be anything.
Love the field of study, love refrigeration. It's what I've done basically since I got out of high school. I came right into this same program in this same shop.
Well, with HVAC, there's so many different avenues you can take between refrigeration, ice machines, commercial refrigeration, residential heating and air conditioning, commercial heating and air conditioning, and so on and so forth.
There's endless opportunities for these guys. Our goal is to have these sophomores placed at a job where after spring break, they don't come back. They're on the job learning and providing for their family.
There's nothing better to have a student come back after 5 or 6 years to give you their success story, how they went from where they were to where they are now, and I was a part of that.
I am a graduate of Mississippi Delta. I stayed here 4 years. I took HVAC and I took industrial electricity / industrial maintenance. I don't get stuck in a rut. That's why I chose industrial maintenance, heating and air, for the simple reason I'm not stuck in a building all day. I might be wiring up lights at a customer's house today. I might be working on a well motor tomorrow. Then they might want to go to a factory. Then they might want to go work for a welding company. A student will be able to decide what way he wants to go.
If they're serious, they can get a job anywhere. Well, I tell them if they have a willingness to learn, I can show them how to get out and get a good job, and they can make all the money they want to.
You know, they get top pay when they graduate. For 2 years, you can make anywhere from $18, $24 an hour, somewhere in that range. I really like when I see a student learn something. That's very rewarding.
Precision agriculture essentially is applying crop production inputs on a site-specific basis to reduce waste, increase profit, and maintain the quality of the environment. It's everything from working on the computer and geographic information systems, how we look at imagery, do prescription maps, to trapping beavers, to learning about wild hog control and what the best methods are for that. It's a 2-year program, so you can get an associate's degree, or you can do it in essentially a year and a half if you want to just get the certificate in precision agriculture. If you would like to continue on to a university with a 4-year degree, there's a great articulation that we have now at Mississippi State University, and also Alcorn.
What I enjoy about teaching is taking a student who has never been around welding before, and by the time we're through with them, they're able to go out and get a job and make a living and provide for themselves and their families.
Job prospects look good. If you want to get out there and work, the jobs are there. Your range in which you can go basically depends on your work ethic. My class size started as 12 people, 2 of which are already at work. They've been working for 2 weeks now. They don't even come to class. They come and take their exam at the end of the year, and they've been getting a paycheck.
You can make all the money that you're willing to go out and make. The sky's the limit.
Long time ago, long time ago, heard it on the radio.
Sir, hey, sir.
YOLO, YOLO,
Hey.
left, right, YOLO.
You got it.
YOLO, YOLO,
Hey.
left, right, YOLO.
You got it.
YOLO.
Mdcc has your college experience close to home. A quality education, passionate instructors, and financial support. It's the place your journey begins. Visit msdelta.edu and register today. Dream big, plan well, and be anything.
My name is Ben Folk. I'm an instructor of music and entertainment industry studies. And today, I'd like to give you an inside look at our entertainment industry studies recording studios here on the Moorhead campus. Let's go.
My heart is with the students. We are such a tight-knit group here in Business Office Technology. We just get to know them personally. We get to know them as far as what they want to do with their future, to help guide and direct and be a part of them. Our students that go the accounting direction will take the same basic core classes that all BOT students take. They also begin to pick up advanced business accounting that the other majors do not. They take payroll accounting, they take income tax accounting, QuickBooks. They all will be able to go and be like a payroll clerk, an accounts payable receivable clerk. Some of our students want to go on to the university level, and they can, and they're prepared to go on and get possibly a bachelor's degree in accounting or even get their CPA.
Hello and welcome into Mdcc Trojan football on the Mdcc Sports Network. Watson Cook with you on a picture-perfect Thursday afternoon in Moorhead, Mississippi. It is homecoming for the Trojans as they welcome the Itawamba Community College Indians here to Jim Randall Stadium. We're just about ready for the kick. Itawamba won the opening toss. They deferred their option to the second half, so Itawamba, wearing their road white tops with red pants, will be kicking left to right as we open here this afternoon, and handling the kicking duties for the Indians will be Shane Lasher. Sophomore wears number 83. The Trojans will send back Ladarius Davenport deep to return. Got a great crowd on hand here on this unusual Thursday afternoon kickoff. 2:30 start here for homecoming. Mardi Gras magic theme for the Trojans this year for homecoming. Trojans going to need some magic this afternoon, looking for win number 1 on the year. The Indians come in 1-3. So a couple of teams that have struggled here through the first 4 games of the season. As Lasher approaches the tee, we are underway. And that kick going to be taken around the 8-yard line as Davenport, coming near side, going to be taken down just across the 20. Trojans will set up shop there, tackled by Jermaine Ray. Glad you're with us this afternoon here on the Mdcc Sports Network. Again, just couldn't ask for better weather. Around 80 degrees, a light north breeze blowing. Trojans will start 1st and 10 from their own 23. Caleb Parton, sophomore quarterback for the Trojans, 60 of 98 on the year, 548 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And Parton looking to throw on 1st down, now going to have to tuck it and run, and he's got running room. 1st down pickup, Trojan sideline to the 39. 16-yard scramble and a Trojan 1st down. Good start for MDCC. Parton has shown the ability to scramble and run thus far this season, and he picks up the 1st down early for MDCC. 4 wide on 1st and 10. Low snap, Parton in trouble. He's hammered in the backfield. Pass falls incomplete as pressure was coming from Antonio Thompson. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Trojans from their own 39, just underway here in Moorhead. Parton will bring a man in motion near side. They'll toss it inside. That is Jordan Cavett. And Cavett runs over near the Indian sideline, and he's going to step out just shy of the 1st down marker. They'll put it at the 48, it appears. We'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Trojans. Be 3rd and 1 from the 48, ball on the far hash. Parton will have Devon Liddell in the backfield. The running back he's gone to here the last couple of weeks swings it out in the left flat. That's caught by Allen, and he'll have a 1st down pickup into Indian territory. Tackle made by Darian Hobbs. Trojans move the chains to the Indian 46. Parton quick pass caught by Fairley. He works inside the 40.
Number 7, Parton. To number
Taken down by Brandon Fairley.
Fairley to bring up second down.
Gain is to the 37, 2nd and 1, empty backfield. Parton to throw over the middle, caught Fairley just shy of the 20. And the Trojans with success through the air here early as tackle made by Justin Davis. And the Trojans quick to the line of scrimmage. 15-yard pitch and catch, 1st and 10. Handoff Liddell, looks for running room inside and gets a couple before he's taken off his feet by Josh Pack. Gain is to the 19, will bring up 2nd and 7. Clock runs 13:07 to go first quarter. Still no score here. Homecoming 2022 for the Trojans. A great crowd on hand. 5 wide for Parton. Lofts it up. Got Liddell wide open, but just over the outstretched hands. He could not haul it in. Boy, Liddell had plenty of real estate with no one around, but Parton could not connect with him. It'll bring up 3rd down. And 7 yards to go from the 19. Huge missed opportunity there for the Trojans on their opening drive. Parton on 3rd and 7. Time in the pocket. Lost toward the back of the end zone. He's got Fairley caught. Touchdown Trojans. Mdcc strikes first with 12:50 to go in the first quarter. A 19-yard touchdown pass from Parton to Fairley. 3rd touchdown pass of the season for Caleb Parton. 2nd touchdown reception of the season for Fairley. And Mdcc on the board first. Davin Klein on for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. Mdcc takes a 7-0 lead with 12:50 to go here in the first quarter. We'll step aside and take a break on the MDCC Sports Network. Welcome back. A 9-play, 77-yard scoring drive for Mdcc to open things up here on homecoming. They lead Itawamba 7-0, 12:50 to go in the first quarter. And kickoff going to be taken around the 10-yard line. A little return room for Zay Davis as he gets across the 30 and tripped up there. They'll mark him at the 31-yard line. That's where the Indians will set up shop for their first offensive series.
Smith on the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians.
We'll see a freshman quarterback getting the start for the Indians this afternoon, Red Parker. Parker out of Houston, Mississippi. They've got a potent running back, Eric Watts. He'll be lined up to the right of Parker, and the handoff is to Watts. He's in trouble dancing around in the backfield and trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage is Eric Watts. He ran a long way and lost a couple. They'll mark it back at the 28, loss of 3. Will bring up 2nd and 13. Multiple Trojans giving chase. Give credit to Jacoby and Eichelberger on the tackle. 4 wide for Parker on 2nd down. Trojans on top 7-0 here early first quarter. Parker looking to pass, going down the left side, wide open. That is caught at the 40, and this will go the distance for the touchdown. Shamar Sandgren with the touchdown reception, 72 yards. The Indians strike quick and pull within one with 11:53 to go here in the first. That is the fourth touchdown reception of the season for Shamar Sandgren. He is a sophomore out of Savannah, Georgia, Island High School. So Parker to Sandgren for the Indian strike, and Bryce Nixon will come on for the extra point. Quarterback Parker is the holder. We may also see him punt some. He does a little bit of everything for the Indians as Nixon puts it up and in. We are tied at 7, 11:53 to go first quarter here from Moorhead. We'll take a break and be back on the MDCC Sports Network.
Previous to this, I was actually a math major, but I have my own small business. So I like to use those experiences and share those with my students to hopefully inspire them. So in Administrative Office, you cover all of the Microsoft Office programs. You'll take Microsoft Word 1 and 2, you'll take Excel 1 and 2, and you'll take Microsoft Access. Also, you take business communications, so you learn how to communicate effectively in the business world, and that's so important. One really great benefit to our
Welcome back, 7-7 your score. Trojans and Indians knotted up with 11:53 to go first quarter. Davenport back to return the kick from the Indians. And he will take it about the 7-yard line. Davenport works up the Indian sideline, and he's upended around the 25-yard line. Good coverage downfield. Jaden Warren. Trojans will have it 1st and 10 at the MDCC 26, we'll call it. Two plays, 72 yards on the scoring drive for the Indians. Parker to Sandgren gets ICC on the board. That followed a 9-play, 77-yard drive for the Trojans on the opening series of the game. Parton with trips left side, swings it out left flat, caught by Allen. He's got a blocker to the 30 and taken down the 34-yard line. Justin Davis over to make the stop. For the Trojans. Allen splits out to the right here, 4 wide for Parton on 2nd down. He'll toss it to Cabot, and Cabot works ahead for the 1st down. He'll get to the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be good enough to move the sticks as Brandon Fairley comes in for the tackle. 6-yard gain. Trojans quick to the line of scrimmage. Moving quickly here on this Thursday afternoon. Quick pass right flat, caught short gain. That is Ladarius Moore. Working to the 44 will bring up 2nd and 6 for the Trojans. Hand off Liddell, and not much happening there. Runs into a sea of white shirts led by big number 99, Jason Bush. Listed at 6 feet tall, 320 pounds, out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Loss of 1 on the play. Third and 7 for the Trojans. 10:05 to go first quarter. Tied at 7 with Itawamba here on homecoming. Parton Parton looking to pass, goes over the middle, caught, first down, and
Looking for more was Cavett. He was tripped up as he works deeper into Indian territory. They'll put it at the 36-yard line, 21-yard gain, and the Trojans having a lot of success through the air here early. Five wide, quick pass left side, falls incomplete, was trying to hit fairly. Davis had the coverage. Three receivers right, one to the left for Parton. Handoff is to Liddell. And he picks up one to the 35, taken off his feet by Josh Pack. Bring up third down, 9 yards to go for MDCC. There is a flag down. Check with the officials. MDCC walking backwards like this may go against the Trojans. We'll get the call from the men in stripes.
After the players on dead ball, unnecessary rough. Number 7.
Dead ball, unnecessary roughness against the Trojans.
The down count, third down.
When you come out, you get a hot start like this, you're moving the football. Coach Tavares Johnson not going to be happy with that one. That could be a potential drive killer. So this will take Delta back to midfield.
Got to get to the 26 of Itawamba to pick up a first down. Be 3rd and 24. Two receivers to either side for Parton. Now Cavett
will shift in motion to the right. Screen pass set up and caught, and keeping his feet for a little bit is Emmanuel Tyler. Going to be well short of the first down marker. Works to the Indian 43. 42, we'll call it, gain of 8. And we will see Jaron Sanford come on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sanford, sophomore out of Florence, Mississippi, Florence High School, averaging 40 yards per kick on the year. He'll go back and stand around his own 44. Zay Davis back to return. High end over end kick. Davis going to take it around the 10-yard line. Looks for return room up the far side. And going to be taken down shy of the 20. And it appeared, looking into a glare, it looks like that was Dwight Phillips on the tackle. Tied at 7, MDCC and Itawamba here on a Thursday afternoon from Moorhead. 8:20 to go first quarter. Indians will start their second series at their own 18. Parker will have Watts in the backfield. Play action, looking to pass, and miscommunication there. A flag is down. Parker threw down the sideline. His intended receiver cut inside. That was Sandgren. Check with the officials.
Pass interference on the defense.
Will be pass interference against the Trojans. Coach Tavares Johnson asked him, was that ball not catchable? Penalty will stand. It'll take the Indians up to the 28, give them 1st and 10. Watts handoff straight ahead. Now bounces outside, has running room up the Indian sideline, and going to step out right around the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12. Coming into this game, Watts with 41 carries, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns on the year. Also has a touchdown reception for the Indians. 1st and 10 from the 40. Parker looking to throw. wide open, but could not haul it in. That was Jamal Brooks, the intended receiver, who was left all alone down the Indian sideline. He may have been surprised at how open he was, but he could not haul it in. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Indians. Second and 10 Indians. Looking to throw again into double coverage, and that ball is caught. What a grab at the 26-yard line. Threw it into double coverage, and receiver Azaria Smith for the Indians hauls it in, going to the ground, and the officials talked about it momentarily, but they're going to give him the catch. What a grab.
Offside on the defense, number 46.
And a flag on the play, offsides against the Trojans. That penalty will be declined. Play will stand, and Indians on the move. Well, 1st and 10 from the Delta 26. And off Watts, right side, tripped up across the 25 as Marlon Brown will be credited with the stop. Gain is to the 23. We'll call it 2nd and 7 as we tick down at 7:10 to go in the first quarter. Trojans and Indians tied at 7. Parker looking to throw again. Thought about running. Now we'll take it left side and spins out of a tackle at the 20. Picks up the Indian first down as Parker shows the running skills.
Number 8, Parker on the carry. Knocked out of bounds and bring up first down.
Gain is to the 15. 8-yard pickup. 1st and 10 Indians. Parker with a short toss to Watts' left side. Not much happening there. Works close to the 10. Taken down there by Austin Mitchell. Six for the Indians. Parker works out of the gun again with Watts lined up to his left. Play action. Parker over the middle. Waiting on the officials to give an indication. So is the receiver Sandgren, and they come in and say incomplete. Sandgren certainly thought he had it. Officials waited a while, then they come in and say incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down. Under 6 to go here in the opening quarter. Trojans, Indians tied at 7. Both teams scored on their opening drive. Trojans forced to punt on their 2nd possession, and now the Indians looking to take the lead on their 2nd offensive series. An official stop play, and we're going to have a timeout. Trojans. Coach Johnson wants to talk things over defensively. While they do that, we'll step aside and take a break and be back on the Mdcc Sports Network.
So they actually get to go out and shadow and work for a business, so they get those hands-on experiences. They can start off in any entry-level position as far as a payroll clerk goes, an administrative assistant, even possibly a manager of a business.
When I came up, you know, everybody said go to a 4-year college, blah, blah, blah. Really and truly, if I had it to do over again, I would come to a community college and learn a skill. Because skilled labor right now, these guys are the future. They're going to be the ones making the money.
We do offer a certificate program, a technical certificate program, and an associate's degree out of this program. So there's 3 career paths that they could take. A 1-year, 2-year, or take some academics and do an associate's degree. We do an apprentice program and an on-the-job training program through Wynn Job Center with several of our dealers in our area.
And I've got dealerships and private guys just beating the door down needing technicians, so.
Welcome back. 5:50 to go in the first quarter. Tied at 7. Trojans and Indians. Itawamba has 3rd and 6 from the 11. They hand off Watt straight ahead, and he's pushed out of the pile. Ball came loose. It appears the Indians have recovered. We'll wait on the officials to come in and give us the official word. It will be 4th down. Fumble recovered by Kadarius Hodges. Might have given him maybe a yard on the play, but not much. Shane Lasher will come on for the extra point, or excuse me, the field goal. Lasher 1 of 1 on the year. His make was from 21. This will be a 26-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold, and Lasher puts it up, and it is good. So Itawamba takes a 10-7 lead with 4:59 to go in the first quarter. 26-yard field goal out of Shane Lasher. He's now 2 of 2 on the year. So the Indians on top by 3. We'll take another break and be back on the MDCC Sports Network.
Carry on through life, they can make a living at. If you know what you're doing, you can make 6 figures. No problem. That's a lot of money.
I've been on heavy equipment my entire life. Yeah, I was 9 years old, and my dad told me to dig a ditch about a mile long and left me there for a week, and I did it. It's a lot of different pieces of equipment it takes to get the job done. We have backhoes, skid steers, track loaders, bulldozers, motor graders, dump trucks. You need to know all of them and be a master at 1 or 2 of them. That way you can fluctuate throughout a construction job site.
Welcome back. Itawamba takes a 3-point lead, 10-7 on a 26-yard field goal out of Shane Lasher, and now the kickoff goes through the hands of Davenport, or actually that's Cavett, I beg your pardon. He works out to the 10 and then taken out of bounds shortly thereafter. So the Trojans will have a long way to go here on their 3rd possession. Mdcc will start at their own 13 with 4:50 to go here in the opening period. Martin will have 3 receivers split out wide left. Now as tailback Liddell comes out in motion, they try to swing it to him in the left flat, and he led him a little too much. It falls incomplete. Beg your pardon, that was Travion Reese in the backfield for the Trojans. Second and 10 from the 13. Hand off to Reese, and not much there as he works just across the 15. Put it at the 17, give him 4. We'll bring up 3rd and 6. Five wide, 3 receivers right, 2 to the left for Parton on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, ball comes loose as Parton was popped in the backfield, and MDCC able to recover back at the 2, maybe the 1-yard line. Is really alert right there. Samari Jackson recovering the football as the Indians brought pressure from the backside, and Parton had no shot. Take it back to the 3-yard line, loss of 14. And Jaron Sanford will come on to punt. He'll have his heels on the back end of his end zone. Zay Davis will go back and return for the Indians. He'll stand around the Trojan 40. Good snap back to Samford, and it's a short kick. That's going to hit around the 30-yard line. It will take a Mdcc bounce to the Delta 45, and that's where the Indians will have it 1st and 10. As Itawamba leading 10-7 here in Moorhead, 3:14 to go in the first quarter. Homecoming 2022. Homecoming queen will be crowned at halftime. Sophomore maids Hannah Acock of Inverness, Sydney Hunter from Moorhead, Mackenzie Jones from Greenville, and Presley McCool of Cleveland. Each of the freshman maid names coming up here momentarily. The Indians with a short field have it at the Delta 45. Parker calls his own number straight ahead. He's got running room, looking for the first down. And tripped up on the far side. Anthony Brown on the stop. Into the 35, first down. Now an incomplete pass. Parker looking out in the left flat. Bring up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 Indians from the Delta 35. Trip receivers come right side. Parker with all day in the pocket. Now going deep downfield. Got a man open in the end zone. That is caught for a touchdown. Azaria Smith hauls it in for the Indians. His first touchdown reception of the year. Parker to Smith from 35 yards out. Indians extend the lead 16-7 with 2:35 to play here in the opening quarter. Bryce Nixon on for the extra point. Three plays, 45 yards on the scoring drive, and Nixon puts the extra point up and through. 17-7, Itawamba now leading by 10. We'll take a break on the Mdcc Sports Network.
It's everywhere.
Deficit now for the Trojans. Itawamba on top 17-7 with 2:35 to play in the opening quarter. Davenport puts the kick on the ground, picks it up around the 11. I'm sorry, that's Cavett. Jordan Cavett on the return, freshman out of Brandon, Mississippi, Northwest Rankin High School.
Cavett with the return. Tackled by number 31, Warren. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
Mdcc will have it 1st and 10, just shy of their own 25. Or actually, I beg your pardon, they put it back at the 21. It's where the Trojans will start. With the touchdown pass to Fairley on the Trojans' opening drive, and the only scoring for the Trojans here this afternoon. Mdcc wants a timeout. here on 1st and 10. Second time out the Trojans have had to burn here in the first half. We've still got 2:26 to go first quarter. But again, it is homecoming. We gave you the sophomore maids earlier, and now the freshman maids. And Tanya Brown from Yazoo City, Jakayla Cameron out of Cleveland, Stacy Hoskins from Greenville, Isabella Howell from Indianola, and Carson Sides from Greenville. We will have the homecoming presentation for you coming up at the half, so make sure you stay with us for that. 17-7, Itawamba leading here in Moorhead. Beautiful day in the Mississippi Delta. Got Trojan Lake glistening across the way as we look out from the press box here at Jim Randall Stadium. A huge crowd on hand here for homecoming, looking for the Trojans to get something going on this drive, their fourth offensive series of the afternoon. Barton will hand off and brought down immediately for a loss on the play is Carlos Carter. That is a loss back to the 18. Will bring up 2nd and 13. Dontavius Allen getting in the backfield to bring down Carter. Parton steps up looking to throw that ball in and out of the hands of intended receiver Raheem Fairley. Boy, Parton placed that one beautifully, just in between and right over the two defenders, but Fairley could not haul it in. Will bring up 3rd and 13. To get ready for play here. 3rd and 13 for the Trojans from their own 18. 5 receivers all stacked in tight. Parton scrambling in the backfield, lofts it out and overthrows intended receiver Liddell. Well, Delta had that one set up, but Parton let him a little too much. It'll bring up 4th and 13, and we're going to see Sanford on to punt once again. A little more room to work with this time is Jaron Sanford. He'll stand at his own 5. Zay Davis back to return. He'll stand at his own 45. Sanford gets off a high wobbly kick. Davis calls for a fair catch. We'll take it at the Delta 49, and that's where Itawamba will start 1st and 10, starting once again in Delta territory as they lead the Trojans 17-7 with 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. And 10 Indians from the Delta 49. Parker will work out of the gun. He's got Brooks in the backfield. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Parker will shift Brooks to his left side, handoff straight ahead. Or actually, Parker calls his own number, and he stopped after a gain of 1. Good pursuit there out of the Trojan defense. Marlon Brown in on the tackle. Gain of 1 will bring up 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 from the 48. Movement up front. Indians have a free play. They lofted out left side, caught by Davis, and he's got running room. Turns on the Jets, and Davis going to be slung down from behind inside the 15. So forget the offsides. The Indians will certainly take that free play. We'll give them 1st and 10 from the Delta 15.
first and 10. We got the ball up there, 15. Parker to Davis, 33 yards. Brooks is running back in. He's going with the tight special receivers on the near far side. Handoff is,
Parker calls his own number on first and 10 from the 15, and he works close to the first down marker.
So another positive pickup there by the Indians on
Bring up second. And 2 will call it. Parker with Brooks in the backfield. Handoff will go to Brooks. He puts his head down, reaches for the goal line. Going to be stopped just short, but it'll be first and goal for the Indians.
First and goal, ball's at the 6-yard line. We're lining up.
First and goal, official stop play. So a flag down here on first and goal. And we've got offsides against the Trojans. They'll move it half the distance. So first and goal from about the 1.5. Handoff is to Brooks. He reaches for the goal line, going to be stopped just short. And that will bring the first quarter to a close. Itawamba on top of Mdcc here on homecoming, 17-7. It'll be second and goal for the Indians when we come back in a moment here on the Mdcc Sports Network.
My long-term goal has always been to teach. I had a professor when I was in culinary school that was kind of one of these life-changing guys. Spent a lot of time and effort with me. My long-term goal was always to give back, to be able to share my knowledge of food with a younger generation. In the culinary world, our end game is very simple. We're trying to entertain you and we're trying to fulfill you. Whether it's through the sight of the food, the smell of the food, or the taste of the food, you have to have all three of those aspects together to make a really, really good dish. There's one thing their freshman year that I just beat to death, and it's the 6 keys to becoming a professional chef. Knowledge, skill, taste, judgment, dedication, and pride. And if a student has those 6 things and follows through with them, they will be wildly successful. Having a dream and following through with that dream is probably one of the most rewarding things that I can have.
We are broad in our area of what we teach. A student can come through and they can go in the mechanical design aspect of it. They can go into the architectural. They can go into the civil and survey.
Welcome back as we open the second quarter of play here from Jim Randall Stadium. Itawamba Indians have second and goal from the 1 as they look to extend a 17-7 lead. Handoff is to Brooks, and he is in there for the touchdown. According to the official on the near side, they will give him the touchdown 23-7. Itawamba extends the lead with 14:54 to go here in the first half.
Get the touchdown, so that's going to now put Itawamba up 23-7, waiting on the extra point.
6 plays, 49 yards on the scoring drive for the Indians, capped by a Brooks 1-yard touchdown rumble, his first touchdown of the season.
Productive on offense today would be a good word. Wait, the snap is a good one.
Lasher on for the extra point, and the kick is up and good, 24-7. Itawamba pulling away here in the first half. Mdcc got to get something going on offense. We'll see if they can do it when we come back after this timeout on the Mdcc Sports Network.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what in the world that meant. I didn't know something.
I would say this is probably the 6th or 5th year that we've been heavy into the 3D printing. It is a valuable tool, and it's the wave of the future. You don't have to have an art background. You don't have to have an engineering background. You want to pursue a 4-year degree? We've got different avenues for that also.
So my spare time, I'm still drawing at home, designing residential homes and commercial buildings. I love what I do. And when I can teach a student to do and love what I do, it makes my day.
Welcome back. The Itawamba Indians extend their lead here in Moorhead, 24-7 with 14:54 to go in the second quarter. Jamal Brooks, a 1-yard touchdown run. And now Price Nixon will kick it away for the Indians. Davenport and Cavett back deep to return.
We've mentioned it's a hot day. This is unusual. Kickoff at 2:30 for
And the kick will go into the end zone for a touchback. Delta will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25 as they look to get something going offensively. And 3 consecutive punts after scoring on their opening drive. Caleb Parton to Raheem Fairley, 19-yard pass. Trojans went up quickly, 7-0, but it's been all Itawamba since. So they have raced back with 24 unanswered. And we'll see if Delta can get something going here as they'll now be moving left to right in the second quarter. Reese in the backfield with Parton lined up to his left. Play action. Pass caught right flat by Cavett. And he gets maybe one, not much doing there. Short gain. Bring up 2nd and 9 from the 26.
ICC now is doing a great job. I'm seeing the DBs come in and they're hitting those lead blockers or taking them on head on. So that way.
Handoff Reese. He scrambles for a Trojan first down across the 35 up to the 38, maybe the 39-yard line. They'll put it at the 39, give him 13 on the carry. Quick pass caught Ladarius Moore. And racing up the sideline is Moore. He's got another Trojan first down. Works to the Itawamba 49 before he's taken out. Gain of 12 on the play. So MDCC with a little something going here. Handoff Reese straight ahead. And he runs into a wall named Jalen Rush. Rush 6 feet tall, 265 pounds out of West Point. Brings down Reese, no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the Indian 49. Parton to pass, going left side, nobody home. Miscommunication there with Parton and Fairley. Bring up 3rd and 10. Well, Trojans desperately need a first down here. Keep this drive alive. Get the defense off the field a little bit. Cavett goes in motion. Parton rolling right, looking to pass. Fires caught. And that is Ladarius Moore to the Indian 36. So now they say incomplete. They're going to say Moore was ineligible. He stepped out of bounds and then came back to catch it. So incomplete will bring up 4th and 10.
I think you're right, Brad. You're on top of it. After you spread peanut butter on it. He went out of bounds, came back in, and the referee called, so it's an incomplete pass.
So Moore went out of bounds. It'll be 4th and 10, and Samford will be on to punt once again. Zay Davis will go back, put his heels on the 10 for the Indians. Samford standing at his own 37. And that punt nearly blocked as Sanford gets off a long high kick. Going to hit at the 5, takes a, or actually at the 10, I should say. And great coverage downfield to down that one. Indians will have a long field in front of them. That was Chardarius Moore getting downfield to down that punt. Indians will start just inside their own 10. with 13:12 to go, second quarter. Itawamba 24, Delta 7.
That's right. Hey, we start the ball. Listen, we need a 90-yard drive right here. We got the ball at our own 10-yard line. We're up 24-7. We've got 13 minutes, 12 seconds left until halftime. As we mentioned earlier, we were down 7-0 and roared back to 24 points here. And need to get
So 90 yards to go here for the Indians. Parker with play action, fires left side, and that ball caught and then immediately popped. It comes loose. Waiting on indication from the official, and it will be Delta football. Well, we could not see their tents down in that area blocking us from the view of what actually happened, but I saw the Delta players celebrating that the ball came loose. The officials agreed, and let's see if that break can jumpstart this MDCC offense.
Almost like maybe he thought he was out of bounds and dropped it a little bit too early, but a big turnover there. Now the Trojans knocking on the door. First to goal, 8-yard line, and let me say
So Delta will have first and goal from the 8. Got to take advantage here. Well, you get a gift like that, get the ball back deep in Indian territory. Parton looking to throw, goes to the end zone, incomplete. Threw it a little bit behind his intended receiver, Raheem Fairley. I beg your pardon, that was more the intended receiver. Bring up second and goal from the 8.
So be a second down and goal to go now. Ball is going to be at about the 8-yard line here for the Trojans. A little bit of confusion.
Reese in the backfield with Parton on second and goal from the 8. He'll bring a man in motion. Parton looking to pass over the middle. Caught, touchdown, Trojans. That was Raheem Fairley wide open across the middle. And MDCC got what they desperately needed back on the board. That is the second touchdown connection of the day from Parton to Fairley. This one from 8 yards out, and that cuts the Itawamba lead to 11, 24-13 with 12:50 to go in the first half.
Quarterback Parton to Fairley, 8 yards, touchdown, Trojans. So winning the extra point here for the Trojans.
Klein on for the extra point. Serio to hold, and the kick is up and good. 24-14, Trojans cut it to 10. Let's see if that'll get a little life in the home crowd, life on the Trojan sidelines as they look to climb back in this one. With 12:50 to go here in the second quarter. We'll step aside and take a break on the MDCC Sports Network.
It's wide open with electrical technology. We start with basic residential wiring. We start talking about how AC/DC works together. And then we go into motor control for our second semester. Then after the first year, we go into pneumatics and hydraulics. Fourth semester, we go into AutoCAD. We go into PLC, programmable logic control. So anything to do with electrical, we basically cover that. Their career options are unlimited, so you could be just a regular handyman doing residential, putting ceiling fans up, remodels for kitchens, can lights, receptacles, hanging wall mounted.
Welcome back. MDCC cuts the Itawamba lead to 10, 24-14 on a Caleb Parton to Raheem Fairley 8-yard touchdown pass. And the Trojans with a little life, but now Itawamba setting up a good return, and they're going to say stepped out of bounds. That was Nick Fortune on the return up the Indian sideline. Thought he kept his footing inbounds. He was looking to run some more. They blow him dead out of bounds, but it'll be decent field position to start this drive for the Indians. They'll put it at the Itawamba 29, it appears.
You're right, Brad. 29-yard line. 24-14. Indians up on the Trojans 12-40 until halftime. So first down and 10 being brought to you by Davis Ford.
Trojans able to take advantage of the Indian turnover. And we'll see if the defense can come up with a stop. Parker takes a snap, looking to throw. Has time, fires right side, caught for a first down. Is Azaria Smith working for the Indian first down. They'll move the sticks, put it at the ICC 46.
I mean, he was deep zone. He was wide open. Good job by Parker. Got the ball to Smith. First down, Indians moving the chain.
Gain of 17 on the play.
6-yard line. So another first down being brought to you by Davis Ford. ICC trying to answer the touchdown by Delta after the turnover, so they can march downfield here on this possession. Parker taking his time. 3 receivers here on the near side of the field. One up top by himself.
Parker will send trips to the left here on 1st and 10. Handoff straight ahead. And working into Trojan territory is Watts. Tackle made by DeAnthony Brown. Brown, a sophomore for the Trojans out of Shelby, Mississippi, Northside High School. Gain is to the Delta 47.
So ICC with football surveys the defense. You see pressure coming up the middle here from Delta. At least that's what they're showing right now. They fall out of it.
2nd and 3. Parker looking to throw. Again, has all day in the pocket. And lofts it down the right side, and that ball is tipped and falls incomplete. Good coverage downfield. Roman Huddall with the coverage, sophomore out of Meridian. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Indians. So an opportunity here for this Trojan defense to get off the field. They got a little momentum back after the Parton to Fairley 8-yard touchdown strike. Trailing by 10, looking for a stop. Parker calls his own number straight ahead, and he's going to have enough for the first down. Tripped up by Sedante Myers, but not before Parker rushes for the first down. Gain is to the 44.
First down for the Indians at Delta's 44. 11 minutes left until halftime. ICC 24, Delta 14.
Indians with 3 receivers here on the near side.
1st and 10. Parker calls his own number again, breaks through the sea of red shirts and spins for an Indian first down to the Delta 32. Gain of 12 on the play. Gathright on the tackle.
Going back to the line, running, hurry up.
And quick to the line. Parker going deep down the right side. There's a man all alone, caught for the touchdown. That was a breakdown in coverage for the Trojans as Azaria Smith hauls in his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, there was no Trojan near Azaria Smith. He was all alone. Easy 32-yard touchdown.
Well, you're right. I mean, those aren't one of the hardest to catch at some point because you feel that pressure because you are that wide open. But
Price Nixon will come on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, good kick. 31-14, Itawamba extends the lead. They're back on top by 17 with 10:30 to play here in the 2nd quarter. We'll take a break on the Mdcc Sports Network.
Go work with a grain bin system. You can work for a farmer, a grain elevator. Cellular South picks our guys up because they need technicians for the towers. They can make 50, 60 grand starting out. I have students that are hired before they get out of school.
Our program deals more with the agronomy side of agriculture and how to grow crops. Also with the agribusiness side, we talk about yield monitors on combines and cotton pickers. We talk about guidance on tractors. We talk about variable rate technologies.
Welcome back. Indians back on the board. Parker to Smith, 32-yard touchdown strike, 31-14. Itawamba leading is now the kickoff taken on the run by Davenport. Had a return set up but lost his footing. May have been tripped up from behind as he's brought down just shy of the Delta 40. Boy, he had a head of steam going, caught it on the run. And Delta will start at their own 38.
That's just 2 TDs, and that's just the 2 touchdown catches we got. I know he had a good catch.
So the first down and
2 receivers right, 2 to the left for Parton. Has an H-back to the right side. Cavett comes in motion. He'll take the toss, and he's brought down in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Good pursuit. Jalen Rush Well, multiple times we've called Jalen Rush's name here this afternoon. He's been a defensive force for the Indians.
Good job. Almost close to horse collar, and that's what the Delta bench is.
Loss of 1 to the 37 will bring up 2nd and 11.
Grabbed into the middle of the jersey, as you saw there on Little Caesars. Needs to replay. Official in the right spot at the right time to make that call.
Parton to pass on 2nd and 11. Left side caught fairly. Makes a man miss. He scampers for the first down. Their late flag comes in from deep in the secondary. We'll check with the referees. And another flag comes in. So the first one thrown from deep in the Indian secondary. This one comes in from around midfield. And officials have a little bit to sort out. 9:38 to go first half. Trojans trailing by 17. We'll get the call from the head referee. So we've got holding against the Trojans, and now maybe get the call on the second flag. We'll see. So the officials
as the ball was thrown downfield, he held the defensive.
Going to talk about maybe the second flag.
And so I think they're going to try to spot the foul there. Now see what they talk about here on the second.
And then a sideline warning against the Indians. So the hold against the Trojans will stand. And now the Trojan huddle maybe getting an explanation. Not sure what the stop and play is. Ball will go back to the Delta 34. So a loss of 3, basically 2nd and 14 now.
I think 40 yards in the air was a great throw.
I honestly didn't know where it came from. It just got flying in out of orbit.
So 2nd and 14 from the Delta 34 after the holding penalty. 4 wide for Parton. Rolls right in trouble, and Parton going to be dropped. First man to get there was Jaquez Tucker, and another flag comes in. And this appears to be a face mask against the Indians. We'll check with the official, but hopefully the Trojans will catch the break there. Will be a personal foul face mask. So this will take Mdcc up to their own 49. It'll be 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 after the face mask call. Low snap back to Parton, picks it up, gives to Reese, and he's wrestled down immediately. Brandon Fairley, the first to get there. They may give him 1 to the 50, but not much happening there. That was actually Liddell on the carry. I beg your pardon. Hard to distinguish the 3-0 from the 3-6. And you're looking from this far up. 2nd and 9. Quick pass left side, caught by Fairley. And he will step out shy of the first down marker. Looks like the Indian 43 is where they'll mark it. Bring up 3rd and about 2 for the Trojans. Handoff straight ahead, first down Trojans. They move the sticks. Emmanuel Tyler, the ball carrier, freshman out of Cleveland, Mississippi. Cleveland Central High School picks up the first down.
Ball's at our 39-yard line. 8 minutes, 10 seconds left until halftime. 31-14, Indians up over the Trojans.
1st and 10.
Parton looking to throw, steps up, looking downfield, and Ladarius Moore, intended receiver, he cut off his route, and Parton threw it deep downfield. Falls incomplete. Moore tried to run under it after he saw
Parton throwing downfield, but he could not catch up to it. 2nd and 10 from the Indian 39.
So that pass falls incomplete. You said a busted play that luckily did not go against the Indians there. 2nd down and 10 now for Delta. 2 receivers on both sides of the football, running back in the backfield. Dropping back to pass.
Parton looking for the screen pass. Has it caught by Tyler and wrestled down after a short pickup. Brandon Fairley on the tackle.
They had 3 blockers on the outside. Running back cut inside where our defensive player was. That was set up really.
Gain of 2 to the 37.
They ran the wrong way.
Leaves Delta with 3rd and 8. 7:37 to go, 2nd quarter. Delta trailing by 17. Need some points here.
So 3rd down and 8 now here for the Trojans. They're moving left to right on your radio dial. Those listening on Biggs 95.9 FM.
Parton swings it out, in and out of the hands of Tyler. It will fall incomplete, bring up 4th and 8. And we'll see if Coach Johnson wants to roll the dice. No, he does not. He's going to send the punting unit out. Sanford will come on to punt once again.
7 minutes, 20 seconds left for the 2nd quarter. 31-14 at Wamba. And Mr. Ingram still has peanut butter over the one that I can't see.
I'll say this, Brad, I'm a little surprised. They're down 31-14. I know they don't want to give us good field position. The ball's at our 37. Oh, maybe they might think about going for it.
They might want to play it safe. ICC's trying to block them.
Sanford standing at midfield. Zay Davis back to return. And Sanford angles it toward the Indian sideline. It will hit and go out of bounds near the 5-yard line. Great punt from Jaron Sanford. And it looks like the Indians will have it 1st and 10 at their own maybe 4-yard line.
Other than putting it in the point, you don't get much better than that.
That's why you don't go for it.
You're wrong. I was wrong. I admit it. But hey, maybe we'll go 96 yards here before halftime. Let's go.
I like it. We've got 7 minutes, 10 seconds left to do that.
So 1st and 10 Indians from their own 4. Last time they were backed up deep. Trojans forced a turnover. We'll see if MDCC can do that again. 1st and 10 from the Indian 4. Handoff to Watts, breaks through the first tackle and now escapes for the 1st down, and he's looking for a lot more. Eric Watts racing down the sideline. There's one Trojan that can catch him, and he finally brings him down from behind. That is Jacobrian Eichelberger that runs down Eric Watts, a touchdown-saving tackle. There was a Trojan that had initial contact with Watts in the backfield. Watts able to break free and turns on the Jets for a huge gain to the Delta 15.
81-yard run in reality.
So you're looking at Little Caesars instant replay. Longest run of the season.
They go to Brooks out of the backfield. He escapes initial contact. Ball comes loose, and the Trojans have recovered. What a break for MDCC. Brooks tried to shimmy one too many times, put it on the ground, and the Trojans have recovered. Wow. Jalen Davidson recovers the fumble as the Indians were looking to go in for the kill after the long run by Watts. Instead, a turnover will give it back to MDCC. So with 6:25 left in the first half, the Trojans have new life. They'll have 91 yards to go after the Brooks fumble.
Second turnover of the day here by the Indians.
Barton calls his own number straight ahead, and he goes nowhere, wrapped up immediately. Will Spain the first to get there. Loss of 1 will bring up 2nd and 11.
6 minutes till halftime, 31-14, Indians up over the Trojans.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 11 now situation here for the Trojans.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left for Parton. Has an H-back to the left side.
So far here for the Trojans. Rolling that way, looking for
Rolls left, looks downfield. That ball is caught for a 1st down at the 30-yard line. Jordan Cavett comes up with the reception. Boy, anytime you see a quarterback roll opposite of his throwing side and throws across the field, you cringe a little bit, but Parton put that one right on the money. 22-yard gain to the 30.
Just get open long enough in that deep slant pattern to make the catch.
Low snap back to Parton, throws over the middle again, and this one falls incomplete, led fairly a little too much. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 30.
We've seen points. It's been a long first half, but it's been a good first half. A lot of scoring, 31-14. Indians up 5:23.
Three receivers right for Parton, 2nd and 10. And trying to spin out of contact is Reese, I believe. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Ball comes loose. And the Indians say they have recovered. And they have. So the Trojans give it right back as Reese, with the second, third effort, trying to make something happen, has it stripped. And the Indians get it right back. They'll have 1st and 10 at the Delta 29.
Get it back now, get it back to the offense.
Good job by our defense. Got excellent field position. Got the ball at their 29-yard line. We're up 31-14. 5:07 till halftime. We need to punch this in and take advantage of this turnover, Brad.
So the Indians will have it 1st down and 10.
31-14, Itawamba on top. 5:07 to go, first half. Parker looks to throw. Has his back out of the backfield. That's Watts, caught close to the 1st down marker. Taken down by Eichelberger just shy of the 20. Boy, I need Itawamba to run the rest of the clock out here if they can. I'm on the last row of my drive chart here for the first half. 2nd and short.
2nd down and inches here for the Indians. Watts in the backfield. Parker's still your quarterback. He's going to give it to Watts. No CD.
Parker will call his own number. He's wrestled down in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Good pursuit out of Mdcc. That is Jalen Davidson coming up with the tackle for loss back to the 25. Third and 6. Got to get to the 19 to pick up a 1st down.
36. We got the ball. Delta's 25-yard line. Clock running. 4 minutes till halftime. 31-14 Indians.
Watts goes in motion right side. Parker to throw. Finds Watts in the flat. And he works for the 1st down. Taken down by Marlon Brown inside the 20 at the 18. Needed 6. He got 7.
He's wide open. He's able to get enough yardage. They're going to give us that. Why not take that short?
Take advantage of that. As you mentioned, 1st down. Indians, the ball, they mark it at the 18-yard line.
Well, the Indians with plenty of time. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining. The Trojans on the flip side only have 1 timeout remaining here in the first half. Itawamba on top by 17. And the Trojans will have to burn their final timeout. That'll stop the clock with 3:25 to go, 2nd quarter. Indians on top by 17. We'll take a break here on the Mdcc Sports Network.
Seeing how we're using the drones out on the farm. We get into dealing with a little bit on livestock. We cover so many weeks for each crop that we grow around here. And I also teach a farm machinery and shop management class. With the technological background we've got now in agriculture, there are some good paying jobs out there waiting, and right now we've got more people calling in for jobs than we've got graduates to fill them. It's very special to me that you can take a seed and plant it in the ground and you can see a plant grow and you see something to harvest from it.
Welcome back. Watson Cook with you from Jim Randall Stadium in Moorhead. Beautiful Mississippi Delta afternoon. And the Trojans trailing Itawamba here on homecoming 31-14. Trojan defense needs a stop. Coming out of the timeout, Indians will have 1st and 10 from the Delta 18. Trojans now out of timeouts here in the first half.
Stay tuned for that as ICC now has it with a 1st down and 10. Ball's going to be right around the 18-yard line.
Running back Watts shifts in motion. Parker lofts it up right side, threw it out of bounds. Intended receiver was Jamal Brooks. It falls incomplete. We'll bring up 2nd and 10.
disappointed, Mr. Ingram. I brought you a present last week to the game, and I expected something up here from you today, and all you've done.
3:18 to go here in the first half.
Not only did you sabotage me, but you didn't bring me any gifts.
Brad, I'm waiting.
Delta and Itawamba exchanging fumbles on the previous possessions. Indians looking to take advantage. This drive started at the Delta 29. Fifth play of the drive coming up. Parker looking to throw once again, has all day in the pocket. Now going to step up and run as a short gain. Taken down by Drew Allbrooks, the first Trojan to get there. And we've got an official's timeout. One of the Indians lost his headgear. And that is the quarterback, Parker. He'll have to check out for a play. Gain was to the 16, so only a 2-yard pickup. 3rd and 8 coming up.
He's already got a penalty on him. We can't throw Chris in there. Second penalty, kicked out of the game. Chad will jump out there. Colin will be young.
So we'll see who the Indians put in at quarterback. Their regular starter, Carson Green, out today. Red Parker, their actual backup quarterback. And they will go with Azaria Smith, the receiver who has 2 touchdown receptions on the day. He will be the Indian quarterback for at least one play. 3rd and 8. Plenty of time on the play clock. Down to 10 seconds, and now Itawamba will burn a timeout. We'll keep it here. 2:48 to go, first half. Itawamba on top by 17, looking for more. And don't forget, we'll have the presentation of the homecoming court for you at halftime. Sophomore maids vying for the crown are Hannah Acock from Inverness, Sydney Hunter from Moorhead, Mackenzie Jones from Greenville, and Presley McCool from Cleveland. Freshman maids, Antonia Brown from Yazoo City, Jakayla Cameron from Cleveland, Stacy Hoskins from Greenville, Isabella Howell from Indianola, and Carson Sides from Greenville. Huge crowd on hand here for homecoming. We've had a good back and forth first half, 31-14, though Trojans in a little bit of a hole, looking for a stop here on 3rd and 8 coming out of the timeout. Indians have it at the Delta 16.
Back of the end zone there. It's pretty much been going straight across the field.
You get a good shot there of the MDCC cheerleaders looking to get the crowd on their feet and loud here on this 3rd down. Defense looking for a stop.
You know I don't think too well, so whatever they run will work out fine.
Well, looks like the Indians do run that timeout to get Parker back into the game.
So Parker will be able to return to quarterback. He'll have Watts in the backfield. Good use of the timeout there by Coach Cannon. 3rd and 8, Parker looking to throw. That pass caught for a first down inside the 5. And that is Smith, who came in to play quarterback the previous play before the timeout was called. They hit him there for a 1st and goal pickup. Ball will be at the Delta 3.
So it'll be a 1st down and goal to go here from the 4 for the Indians.
Handoff is to Brooks. He plunges for the goal line and looks like he's going to be dropped short. They'll mark him at the 1.
Guys, you know Jamal almost hit that ball into the end zone here to make up for that fumble he had on the previous.
Jacob Franklin among the Trojans, the first to get there. Be 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brooks on the carry. Guys, number 90. Delta checks into the game. Ted Webster, a freshman defensive lineman out of Greenville High School, logging in as
2nd and goal. Brooks tries once again, and he is in there. His 2nd touchdown run of the afternoon. His 2nd 1-yard touchdown run of the afternoon, and that puts the Indians up 37-14 with 1:55 to go here in the first half.
good action by the Indians. They turned it over, got it back, and then put it back in the end zone. So winning the
extra point attempt by Shane Lasher. Flag is down as Lasher puts the kick up and good. We'll check the penalty marker.
We should decline it or either take 5 yards on the kick. Let's
That will go against the Trojans. Extra point will stand, 38-14.
I was impressed. One of the male cheerleaders went out there and did a twirly bird thing and did a backflip on top of the.
So Itawamba extends the lead now on top. 3 scores, 38-14 with 1:55 to play here in the half. We'll stay here.
Just all in the air. And that's the best description I can.
That's a good description. I understand why Jim didn't.
So they're going to say they've let these teams go out and line up for the kickoff. Now they're going to say false start against Itawamba and we'll retry the kick. Is what the official communicated, but they've got to let everybody else know.
Everybody's lined up. They put the ball back at the 8-yard line.
The officials did not
I was wrong. This false start on us.
tell either of the teams who were lined up for the kickoff, but they will make them retry the extra point. You would think they could have told somebody before both teams got lined up for the kick, but I want to spend a few more minutes here in the first half on a sunny afternoon in the Delta.
Big word. 25-yard extra point, guys. So what do the kick here? Snaps a good.
So that'll back up the Indians, and another extra point try by Lasher is up and in. So all that to remain 38-14 here with 1:55 to play in the half. We'll step aside, take a break, and be back on the MDCC Sports Network. Welcome back. Itawamba on top, 38-14 with 1:55 to play here in the second quarter. Trojans will have what should be one final possession here in the second quarter. They are out of timeouts. So Davenport, Cavett back deep to return. Trojans could use their first special teams touchdown of the year right here. Nixon to kick it away. Going to be a short kick taken by one of the upbacks around the 18-yard line. And coming near side is Emmanuel Tyler. Decent return there for the Trojans. They'll have good field position at their own 35. They've got 1:47 to work with, but out of timeouts.
Mosley did a good job of coming down and blowing that play up.
He did. Good hit by Mosley, and Troy Sims helped them out, making the tackle.
Ball's going to be spun at the 35-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. They showed their down to 14. So first down and 10. 2 receivers on both sides of the football.
24-point deficit. Pass caught by Moore. And extra effort, Ladarius Moore works to the 40-yard line.
Short 6, low snap, handoff to the running back in the backfield. Tries to
handoff to
drugged forward by his teammates.
Reese, and he works near the first down marker. Be brought down just shy. They'll put it at the 43. I'm sorry, that was Liddell again on the carry, not Reese. And we've got a timeout. Indians, they called their first timeout, or excuse me, second timeout of the half. Trojans will have 3rd and 1. Coming out of the timeout, 38-14, Itawamba in control here late in the first half. Indians won the opening toss to climb their option to the second half, so they will get the ball to start the third quarter. Trojans need some points here. Anything positive offensively that Coach Johnson can take into the locker room here, he would love to have. Trojans have had multiple opportunities this afternoon, but turnovers have plagued them, penalties. And giving up the big play and out of the timeout, 3rd and 1 from the Delta 44. Parton to throw, goes over the middle. That pass is incomplete. Was trying to hit fairly near midfield. It went in and out of his hands, could not hang on. 4th and 1. And it looks like Coach Johnson going to keep the offense on the field. Parton takes the snap, calls his own number, picks up the first down. As he works to the 47. Gain of 3, under 1 minute to play now here in the half. Trojans out of timeouts. Parton steps up, now going to run. Gets into Indian territory, has a first down, and will step out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. Inside the 40 goes Caleb Parton. Put it at the 38 of Itawamba. Parton will have 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. 1st and 10 from the Indian 38. Cavett goes in motion, screen pass, caught Liddell, and he's going to be taken down from behind. Trojan's going to have to hurry. Ball is at the Indian 32, gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Inside 25 seconds to play. 5 wide for Parton, quick pass left side, Fairley. He will get out of bounds. I thought they're going to wind the clock, and he's short of the first down marker. Trojans going to run out of time here. Clock down to 7, out of timeouts. This is where those 2 timeouts in the first quarter absolutely kill you. They get the snap off. Parton scrambling around, going to heave one toward the end zone, and that ball going to be deflected and falls incomplete. That will bring the first half to a close. So Itawamba will take a 24-point lead into the locker room. They lead Mdcc 38-14 here on homecoming for the Trojans. Maybe they'll have some of that Mardi Gras magic in the second half. They'll come out, look for a stop defensively, and try to hand things back over to Parton and company and try to climb back in this one. We're going to hand things over to our PA announcer as they present the 2022 homecoming court. 38-14 your score here at the half. Itawamba on top of Delta. We'll take a break and be back on the MDCC Sports Network.
Mdcc has your college experience close to home. A quality education, passionate instructors, and financial support. It's the place your journey begins. Visit msdelta.edu and register today. Dream big, plan well, and be anything.
Love the field of study, love refrigeration. It's what I've done basically since I got out of high school. I came right into this same program in this same shop.
And on behalf of the Mississippi Delta Community College faculty, staff, and student body, I welcome you to our 2022 homecoming halftime festivities. As a kickoff to our homecoming week, we've had many fun and engaging activities throughout the course of the week. We thank each of you who took part in participating in our events and programs and hope that you continue to enjoy the remainder of this annual festivity. Now please direct your attention to our field as I announce the young ladies vying for the title of our 2022-2023 Mississippi Delta Community College Homecoming Queen. Freshman maid Antonia Rochelle Brown. Antonia is the daughter of Rhonda and Anthony Brown of Yazoo City, Mississippi. Antonia graduated from Yazoo City High School, where she was Miss Athletic. At Mississippi Delta, Antonia's major is criminal justice, and upon graduation from Mdcc, she plans to continue her education and pursue a career as a police officer or an investigator. Antonia's hobbies include playing basketball and spending time with her family. Miss Brown's goal is to graduate with a degree in criminal justice and become a police officer or investigator. Miss Brown is being escorted today by Jamery Anderson. Freshman maid Antonia Rochelle Brown. Freshman maid Jacayla Cameron. Jacayla is the daughter of Tiffany Hollingsworth and Jaquez Cameron of Cleveland, Mississippi. Jacayla graduated from Cleveland Central High School, where she was in the top of her class, a member of Beta Club and FCCLA. At Mississippi Delta, Jacayla's major is pre-allied health professions. Upon graduation from Mdcc, she plans to continue her education and pursue a career as a registered nurse. Jacayla's hobbies include babysitting, working, partying, and being with friends and family. Miss Cameron's ultimate goal is to graduate with a degree in Associate of Science in Nursing and begin accomplishing her dream job. Miss Cameron is escorted by her father, Jaquez Cameron. Freshman maid Jacayla Cameron. Freshman maid Stacy Hoskins. Stacy is a graduate of Leland High School. She was a cheerleader throughout her freshman and sophomore years. Miss Hoskins' major is pre-allied health. Upon graduation from Mdcc, she plans to continue her education by attending the best nursing program in the state of Mississippi. Her hobbies are reading and babysitting her younger family members. Stacy's ultimate goal is to graduate college and start a successful career as a traveling nurse. Stacy is escorted today by Willie Gant, Assistant Dean of Student Services. Sophomore maid Stacy Hoskins. Freshman maid Isabella Marie Howell. Isabella is the daughter of Timothy and Donna Howell of Indianola, Mississippi. Isabella graduated from Indianola Academy, where she was student council representative throughout her junior high and high school career, and received Most Beautiful in the 2022 Beauty and Bow Review. At Mississippi Delta, Isabella is a member of the Trojan Cheer Team, and her major is pre-allied health professions. Upon graduation from Mdcc, she plans to continue her education by going into the radiology program and pursuing a career as a radiation therapist. Isabella's hobbies include cheerleading, riding horses, reading, and spending time with friends and family. Miss Howell's ultimate goal is to graduate with an allied health degree and be successful with her career while keeping the Lord at the center of her life. Miss Howell is being escorted today by her father, Timothy Howell. Freshman maid Isabella Marie Howell. Freshman maid Carson McKinley Sides. Carson is the daughter of Jared and Jana Sides of Greenville, Mississippi. Carson graduated from Deer Creek High School, where she played softball, basketball, and ran track. She was Most Beautiful her junior year. At Mississippi Delta, Carson is a member of the cheer team, and she is majoring in pre-allied health. Upon graduation, she plans to further her education at Mississippi Delta in the Physical Therapy Assistant Program. Carson's hobbies include baking, cheering on the Trojans, spending time with family and friends, and spending her daddy's money. Miss Sides' ultimate goal is to graduate from the PTA program at Mississippi Delta, then further her education to become a physical therapist. Miss Sides is being escorted today by her father, Jared Sides. Freshman maid, Carson McKinley Sides. Sophomore maid, Hannah Gale Acock. Hannah is the daughter of Jackie and Jim Acock of Inverness, Mississippi. Hannah graduated from Indianola Academy, where she was a member of the state championship soccer team, dance team, and the National Honor Society. At Mississippi Delta, Hannah is a member of the Trojan cheer team, Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and a founding member of Delta Direction. Her major is business. Upon graduation from Mdcc, she plans to continue her education at Mississippi State University to gain a bachelor's degree in business, where she will then pursue a career in cosmetology. Hannah's hobbies include cheerleading, riding around, spending time with her family, and going out to eat with her friends. Miss Acock's ultimate goal is to graduate with a degree in business and open her own hair salon. Miss Acock is being escorted today by her father, Jim Acock. Sophomore maid, Hannah Gale Acock. Sophomore maid, Sydney Alexandria Hunter. Sydney is the daughter of Dell and Sydney Hunter of Naples, Florida. Sydney graduated from Gentry High School. At Mississippi Delta, Sydney is a Delta dancer, and her major is pre-allied health professions. Upon graduation from Mdcc, she plans to continue her education and pursue her career as a neonatal nurse and a cosmetologist. Sydney's hobbies include dancing, doing hair, makeup, cooking, shopping, and being with her family and friends. Miss Hunter's ultimate goal is to graduate college with a degree in professional public health, along with her associate's degree. She also wants to own her own business and take care of infants in the healthcare field. Miss Hunter is escorted today by McKevion Jennings, sophomore maid, Sydney Hunter. Sophomore maid, Mackenzie Jones. Mackenzie is the daughter of William and Kim Jones. Mackenzie attended Greenville Christian High School, where she was a member of the softball team for 7 years and a Lady Saints cheerleader her entire high school career. She was a two-time maid on the homecoming court at Greenville Christian and a 2020 high school most beautiful winner. At Mdcc, Mackenzie is a member of the cheer team and is majoring in business management. When she graduates, Mackenzie plans on attending Mississippi State University, where she will major in fashion and design. Her hobbies include spending time with family, especially with her little brother Liam, going shopping, and cheering on the Trojans, of course. Mackenzie's ultimate goal is to graduate from fashion and design school and be a successful business entrepreneur. Mackenzie is being escorted today by her father, William Jones. Sophomore maid, Mackenzie Jones. Sophomore maid, Presley Lane McCool. Presley is the daughter of Kimberly McCool of Cleveland and Al McCool of Louisville. Presley graduated from North Sunflower Academy, where she was 2021 valedictorian, star student recipient, class vice president, student council representative, member of the National Junior Honor Society, and 2021 Most Beautiful at North Sunflower. At Mississippi Delta, Presley is a member of the cheer team, Phi Theta Kappa, and on the president's list. Her major is pre-allied health. Upon graduation at Mdcc, she plans to continue her education and pursue a career as a nurse. Presley's hobbies include cheering, eating snacks, and hanging out with her friends. Miss McCool's ultimate goal is to graduate from nursing school and later become a nurse practitioner. Miss McCool is being escorted today by her brother, Austin McCool. sophomore maid Presley Lane McCool. Our 2021 MDCC Homecoming Queen is Kalia Craig, and she is escorted today by Dr. Tyrone Jackson. The 9 candidates presented to you were chosen and voted upon by the respective classes at Mississippi Delta Community College to represent them. Our homecoming queen will be crowned by our previous 2021-2022 homecoming queen, Kalia Craig, and presented with flowers by Mississippi Delta Community College President, Dr. Tyrone Jackson. The floral arrangement being presented and carried, they were prepared by pedal pushers of Indianola, Mississippi. We would especially like to thank all of those individuals that took part in preparing for this momentous occasion. And now, for the moment that everyone has been waiting for. Your 2022-2023 homecoming queen at Mississippi Delta Community College is Sydney Hunter.
There's so many different avenues you can take between refrigeration, ice machines, commercial refrigeration, residential heating and air conditioning, commercial heating and air conditioning, and so on and so forth.
There's endless opportunities for these guys. Our goal is to have these sophomores placed at a job where after spring break, they don't come back. They're on the job learning and providing for their family.
There's nothing better to have a student come back after 5 or 6 years to give you their success story, how they went from where they were to where they are now, and I was a part of that.
I am a graduate of Mississippi Delta. I stayed here 4 years. I took HVAC and I took industrial electricity / industrial maintenance. I don't get stuck in a rut. That's why I chose industrial maintenance, heating and air, for the simple reason I'm not stuck in a building all day. I might be wiring up lights at a customer's house today. I might be working on a well motor tomorrow. Then they might want to go to a factory. Then they might want to go work for a welding company. A student will be able to decide what way he wants to go.
If they're serious, they can get a job anywhere. Well, I tell them if they have a willingness to learn, I can show them how to get out and get a good job, and they can make all the money they want to.
You know, they get top pay when they graduate. For 2 years, you can make anywhere from $18, $24 an hour, somewhere in that range. I really like when I see a student learn something. That's very rewarding.
Precision agriculture essentially is applying crop production inputs on a site-specific basis to reduce waste, increase profit, and maintain the quality of the environment. It's everything from working on the computer and geographic information systems, how we look at imagery, do prescription maps, to trapping beavers, to learning about wild hog control and what the best methods are for that. It's a 2-year program, so you can get an associate's degree, or you can do it in essentially a year and a half if you want to just get the certificate in precision agriculture. If you would like to continue on to a university with a 4-year degree, there's a great articulation that we have now at Mississippi State University and also Alcorn.
What I enjoy about teaching is taking a student who has never been around welding before, and by the time we're through with them, they're able to go out and get a job and make a living and provide for themselves and their families.
Job prospects look good. If you want to get out there and work, the jobs are there. Your range in which you can go basically depends on your work ethic. My class size started as 12 people, 2 of which are already at work. They've been working for 2 weeks now. They don't even come to class. They come and take their exam at the end of the year, and they've been getting a paycheck.
You can make all the money that you're willing to go out and make. The sky's the limit.
Long time ago, long time ago, I heard it on the radio.
Sir, hey, sir.
YOLO, YOLO,
Hey.
left, right, YOLO.
You got it.
YOLO, YOLO,
Hey.
left, right, YOLO.
You got it.
YOLO.
Mdcc has your college experience close to home. a quality education, passionate instructors, and financial support. It's the place your journey begins. Visit msdelta.edu and register today. Dream big, plan well, and be anything.
My name is Ben Folk. I'm an instructor of music and entertainment industry studies. And today, I'd like to give you an inside look at our entertainment industry studies recording studios here on the Moorhead campus. Let's go.
Welcome back here on the Mdcc Sports Network as we open the second half. Indians to receive. Itawamba on top of Delta 38-14. And the Indians will start the third quarter with possession. They'll have it at their own 25 after the touchback on the kickoff from Davin Klein. See if the Delta defense can come out and get a stop. Need to get the football back and maybe chew some clock here in the second half. Sustain some drives, a lot of 3 and outs in the first half.
Tanner's been good to me.
Plenty of time, but the Trojans going to have to execute efficiently here. Down 24 to start the third quarter. First and 10 Itawamba from their own 25. Quarterback Parker takes a snap, looking to throw, in trouble. Spins out of contact, but cannot get away from the second man to come in. That is Drew Allbrooks, who came in to bring him down. Loss back to the 23 will bring up second and 12.
That play was not meant to develop or was not going to develop deep. He had some short routes there that he should have gone ahead and dumped it off to.
Second down and 12 to go here for the Indians.
2 receivers to either side on second and long. Parker going down the middle of the field and overshot his intended receiver. That was Zayd Davis. Will bring up third and 12 and an opportunity here early, like we talked about, for this Delta defense to get off the field. Got to make it happen here.
We're up 38-14. This is third and 12. Possession down. We got the ball off the 23-yard line. You got to believe we're going to try to throw the ball here. Maybe we can get a slant pattern and pick up the yard.
2 receivers left, 2 right for Parker on third and 12. Under pressure, being chased, and Parker dumps it off incomplete, left it short of his intended receiver. That was his tailback, Watts, and great pressure applied there. Jacob Franklin for the Trojans, and a 3 and out. Good start defensively for Mdcc. Now let's see if the offense can take advantage.
Give Delta credit. Stop this here for the first part of the third quarter.
Price Nixon back to punt, averaging 40 yards an attempt on the year, as long as 50. It's off an end-over-end kick. Davenport going to pick it up on the run. Risky choice there by Ladarius Davenport. He's taken down immediately, but boy, that could have turned disastrous for MDCC. They'll mark it at the Trojan 36. That's where Delta will start 1st and 10. So the defense did their job to open the second half. Let's see if the offense can put a drive together here, get some points down. 24, 38-14 to Itawamba here on homecoming. Congratulations, by the way, to Sydney Hunter, crowned 2022 homecoming queen at the half. And Trojans put it on the ground to start. Liddell reverses field, goes toward the Indian sideline, and he will scamper for the first down. They're going to say he stepped out shy of the 45, so not a first down. I beg your pardon. They'll put it at the 44, give him 8. We'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Right side of Delta's line. ICC did a great job stopping it. He reversed it. We missed a tackle on that side, too.
Trips right for Parton on 2nd and short. Fires. That ball is picked at the Indian 48. Phil Oliver comes up with the interception, and the ball goes on the ground, but the Indians able to hold on to it. Well, that's not the start offensively the Trojans wanted as Oliver comes up with his first pick of the season. Indians will have it at the Delta 38, maybe the 37.
Yeah, linebacker Oliver there was able to drop back into zone coverage right there, and quarterback threw into that zone coverage, and Oliver was there, read it directly, and was able to pick it off of the interception. Now ICC starts on Delta's 39-yard line.
Guys, I got a special friend up here.
1st and 10 from the Delta 39. Parker looking to throw, and that one nearly picked off. Trojans almost got it right back as Jacobrian Eichelberger got a hand on it. He turned around last minute but could not haul in the pick. I believe the Indians was 2nd and 10.
That first pass falls incomplete, so it'll be a 2nd down and 10 situation here.
2nd and 10 from the Delta 39. Parker dumps it off. That's Brooks, and lost his footing. He'll lose a couple of yards. Back to the 42-yard line, 3-yard loss. Bring up 3rd and 13. Another opportunity here for this Trojan defense. Parker checks to the sideline. 12:45 to go, 3rd quarter. Itawamba in control at the moment, 38-14. Trojan defense looking for a stop. Has time now, flushed out. And Parker lofts one downfield. That ball underthrown and incomplete. Was looking for Watts deep downfield, but the Trojans again bring the pressure. Pressure came late to Parker. And that will leave 4th and 13. Indians will come on to punt once again.
There was, some openings down there that they could have gotten rid of. Would they have gotten the first down? I'm not sure on those pass routes, but should have gotten rid of it a little quicker, and the play would have developed, could have developed into something more than what it did. So now we're looking for down.
Nixon back to punt, lost the snap, and gets off a short kick, goes off the Indian sideline. They'll spot it out at the 21. That's where Delta will take over. So the defense comes out for MDCC, forces 2 3-and-outs. A pick on the last Trojan drive. We'll see if they can put something together here as they trail Itawamba 38-14 with 12:20 to play in the 3rd.
2 yards, unless it just went out and took a hard right when it got out there. So, but you see most places mark the ball where it hits out of bounds versus taking into account the fact that it has to travel out of bounds to hit this ball.
Exactly. No, you're 100% correct there. Mr. Ingram left us for a little bit because he doesn't like us.
No, I was missing with that.
1st and 10 from the Delta 21. Short toss to Jaquel Allen. Works to the 24, give him 3. Will bring up 2nd and 7.
You know, Jim is a friend of ours.
Tackle made by Jalen Rush.
But I wanted to tell them congratulations to daughter being in the homecoming.
I got confused when you told me you were sorry we were winning.
I shouldn't have said it.
Allen goes in motion. Parton looking to throw. Rolling right and lost one downfield. It's tipped and intercepted. Second pick in as many drives as Jermaine Ray comes up with the interception. That ball deflected by Ladarius Moore, I believe was the intended receiver, and it fell right into the hands of Jermaine Ray. So 2 possessions, 2 interceptions for MDCC here to start the 3rd quarter. See if the defense can help them out once again.
Good play by Ray. 1st and 10 Indians at Delta's 34-yard line. 11:42 left in the 3rd period. Indians 38, Trojans 14.
That's going to be an early nominee for next week's Waterplay Wednesday there for sure. Visit our
Tough luck for Parton and the Trojan offense there. The 2nd interception in as many drives. And once again, the Indians have it in Delta territory. Defense came up big last couple of drives. See if they can do it again. Parker flushed out to his right. He's in trouble. Chased by Anthony Brown, who brings him down for a loss back at the 40-yard line. Brown, a freshman out of Yazoo City, Mississippi, Yazoo City High School. Loss of 6 back to the 40 brings up 2nd and 16.
I don't know the mindset. Hold the ball too long. Yes, those deep passes are going to happen, but you've got to let those develop. You can't hit the deep pass every time.
So it'll be 2nd down and 15 now here for the Indians. They lead at 38-14.
Handoff to Watts.
Watts makes one-man move.
And he works for a couple, not a whole lot there, as he's brought down by Zaylen Barrett. Gain to the 38, only a gain of 2 will bring up 3rd and 14.
10 minutes, 40 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
As Brad mentioned, 10-14, and the clock is running.
Well, Trojan defense playing lights out here to start the 3rd quarter. Got to get the offense in sync. 38-14, Itawamba in control at the moment. 10:25 to play in the 3rd. 3rd and 14, Parker looking to throw. Goes down the right side. That ball goes by the hand of the defender, Eichelberger, and caught by Smith. Wow, what a grab. Gain is down to the Trojan 12. 26-yard pickup for the Indian first down. I believe it was Eichelberger. Looked like he almost got a hand on it, and Smith did not let it deter him from making the reception. Short toss to Watts, now spins inside to the 5 toward the goal line, brought down just shy. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. 11-yard run for Watts.
And Nazarius Smith, I know, went over 100 yards receiving because that was 25.
When they get down to the 1, we've seen them go to Jamal Brooks, the big fullback, a couple of times today. He is not in there at the moment. They keep Watts in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Watts, and he is in there for the touchdown. 44-14, now your score. Itawamba extends the lead with 9:25 to play in the 3rd.
So great answer by the Indians. That's what we needed to come back with it. The defense has come out and done their job.
5 plays, 34 yards on the scoring drive off the Jermaine Ray interception of Caleb Parton.
Without the extra point, it's lining up to be kicked now. 9 minutes and 25 seconds left to go.
So what is this extra point here?
Bryce Nixon on for the extra point, and he puts it up and through. 45-14, Itawamba pulling away here from Delta. 9:25 to play in the 3rd. We'll take a break on the MDCC Sports Network.
My heart is with the students. We are such a tight-knit group here in Business Office Technology. We just get to know them personally. We get to know them as far as what they want to do with their future, to help guide and direct and be a part of them. Our students that go the accounting direction will take the same basic core classes that all BOT students take. They also begin to pick up advanced business accounting that the other majors do not. They take payroll accounting, they take income tax accounting, QuickBooks. They all will be able to go and be like a payroll.
Welcome back. Indians strike again. Eric Watts, a 1-yard touchdown plunge. Itawamba on top 45-14 with 9:25 to play in the third. Still a good crowd on hand here at Jim Randall Stadium in the second half after the homecoming presentation at halftime. Congratulations again to Sydney Hunter, Trojan Homecoming Queen 2022. And a short kick going to be taken at the 21-yard line. That is Cavett on the return. Works up near the 40 before he's taken off his feet. They'll mark it at the 37 of Mississippi Delta. That's where the Trojans will start, 1st and 10.
For all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or in your case, life, give State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Cohen a call at 862-9648. That's 862-9648. He'll be glad to give you a free quote on any of your insurance needs today.
So 2 drives, 2 interceptions for the Trojans. Got to make something happen offensively here. And a handoff going nowhere. Tyler wrapped up immediately in the backfield. That is Dontavius Allen out of Horn Lake, freshman linebacker who shot through to bring down Tyler. Loss back to the 33 will bring up 2nd and 14.
Sluggish out of the gate coming into the second half. Have been solid ever since. Delta's always seem to have an extra waiting for us there.
Parton will send 3 receivers left here on 2nd and 14 from the Delta 33. Head in the left flat and popped immediately is Allen. That is Caleb McCoy coming up to make the stop for the Indians. Well, that'll make Allen think twice about catching the next one. He was drilled right after the catch. Loss back to the 29.
Or another loss, Adam.
Yes, we 3rd down and about 18 here for the Trojans.
3rd and long, Mdcc from their own 29. Parton looks for the screen pass. Nobody home. Will bring up 4th and long. And Sanford will have to come on to punt. 7:55 to go in the third. Indians will get it back, leading by 31 here. Got to get to 38 for the running clock.
For Delta here on their 29, so they're forced to punt again.
You know, our linebackers, everybody's played well on defense, but Oliver and Pack jump out at me. Really playing well today for our ICC defense. Both of them playing linebacker. So another Little Caesars.
Jaron Sanford will go back and stand at his own 15 to punt this one away. Trojans going to have to burn a timeout. They don't have enough men on the field or take a delay of game. Play clock has expired. And it will be a delay of game against the Trojans. Back them up 5 yards.
Eventually, ICC was able to get things going back their way. They lead 45-14 here in the third quarter.
Zay Davis is back to return for the Indians. He'll stand at his own 35. As Sanford gets off a spiral kick, going to hit at the Indian 46. Looked like it hit Jadivan Melvin running downfield. They'll mark it at the Indian 37, maybe 38 it appears. That's where ICC will start this drive. Actually, they'll put it at the 39.
So Jay, he's in with us?
Now they put it back at the 38, so line of scrimmage is the 38-yard line for Itawamba. 7:40 to go in the third quarter. ICC on top 45-14. Handoff to Watts. He's stacked up, driven back, hit hard. As this Trojan defense continues to play tough here in the third quarter. Marlon Brown coming up to lay the lick there. Loss of 1. Bring up 2nd and 11.
So loss on that
Parker to throw on second down, looking for the little bubble screen. Falls incomplete. Was a forward pass, so incomplete will bring up 3rd and 11.
He drops that pass, but still has the game he has so far. Perfectly okay. Sure, no problem, especially when you're up 45-14. Well, I would take a spin around the league and take a look at some of the...
Well, the Trojan defense has done their part here in the 3rd quarter, but a couple of interceptions offensively and a 3-and-out has given Itawamba a chance to further put this one away. 7 minutes left to go in the 3rd. 31-point lead for the Indians. 3rd and 11 from the ICC 37. Parker to throw, nobody home. Threw short of Smith. I think Parker was expecting to cut off the route or bring up 4th down, and the Indians will have to punt.
Well, the good thing, Adam, is this, as our president, Dr. Allen, always says, when we go away to football games, we're only kicking off at 6:30 or 7. He didn't get to go to bed that night.
Davenport will go back to return for the Trojans. Ladarius Davenport, freshman out of Greenwood, Mississippi. Greenville Christian School. And Nixon gets off a nice kick. Will take a short delta roll back to the 32-yard line. That's where it'll be downed, and that's where MDCC will take over 1st and 10 with 6:43 to play in the 3rd, trailing Itawamba 45-14. Well, one official has the 32. The rest have it at the 30. We'll see what they decide on. We're going to put it at the 30-yard line of Delta.
They're flying around out there, going to the ball and just attacking the ball. So very impressed with what I've seen thus far in the second half and at the end of this first half with ICC's defense. So great job thus far.
45-14, ICC with the lead.
Parton hands off on 1st and 10, and not much happening there. Maybe a gain of 1.
Muscle White got in there and made that tackle.
Liddell on the carry.
Defensive line.
Multiple white shirts converging on the tackle. Jason Bush leading the charge, freshman out of New Orleans. 2nd and 9 from the 31 as they do give Liddell a yard.
It's close enough. So 2nd down and 9. Pass out.
Parton looking to throw. Left side incomplete. Left it short of Raheem Fairley, his intended receiver. 3rd and 9 coming up. Trojans need a conversion here. 3rd and 9 from their own 31.
Delta with the football, trailing 45-14 here in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a handoff.
Parton will hand off. Liddell scampers his way straight ahead, fighting through Indian defenders, works his way for a 1st down. What a run by Devon Liddell. Works to the 44, 13-yard pickup. That was just sheer will and determination there from Liddell. And we've got a whistle and a stop in play. We got a timeout on the field, still waiting from the official to see if it's an official's timeout or if one of these teams called a timeout. It will be timeout Itawamba. We'll step aside and take a break. 5:54 to play in the 3rd. Itawamba on top, 45-14. We're back in a moment on the MDCC Sports Network.
Receivable clerk. Some of our students want to go on to the university level, and they can, and they're prepared to go on and get possibly a bachelor's degree in accounting or even get their CPA. Welcome back, 1st and 10, MDCC from their own 44.
5:54 to go, third quarter. Itawamba on top, 45-14. Moore goes in motion. We've got a whistle and a flag. So we'll go against MDCC. False start, back them up to the 39, leave them with 1st and 15.
Delta's had something going positive here in the second half. The penalties on those mistakes has kind of set them back.
Yeah, and that's what we hope we would move past some of that. I know Coach Cannon wanted the group to grow and move past some of that, and so far today we have.
So first down and 15.
Liddell in the backfield. He'll take the handoff on 1st and 15. Nowhere to go. Taken down immediately. And that is Jalen Rush.
That's our defensive line penetrating.
Rush, a defensive lineman, sophomore out of West Point, Mississippi, West Point High School. He's been a disruptive force for the Indians this afternoon.
They're just not getting any protection as of right now.
Loss back to the 33, 6-yard loss.
Good job, Jalen Rush, 6 foot, 260, and he's quick.
Got to get to the Indian 46 to pick up a first down, second and forever. As Parton lofts up a prayer downfield, nobody home. Michael Mosley, a defensive back for the Indians, the closest player there. It'll bring up third.
Great job by the defense. We put pressure on him. We sent some extra guys in.
Third and about 21, we'll say.
He was on his back foot throwing that ball, and no chance of completion.
So third down and long possession down here for the Trojans. Again, Fairley is got to think it's going to be their number one target. A lot of Fairley and Cabot on the both sides, far side of the field. Those are their top 2 receivers that they've targeted today. Play clock is down to 5 seconds.
Third and 21 for the Trojans. 4 wide for Parton. Looking to throw, short pass. Looks to Allen, goes through his hands and incomplete. Phil Oliver had the coverage for the Indians. 4th down, Jaron Sanford on once again to punt for the Trojans.
Great job. We continue to commend the ICC defense with the enthusiasm that they're showing and the aggression that they're showing in this second half, and that's what they're doing. They're just blowing up plays, and it's keeping them from making any. And of course, they have had some mistakes they've made on their own, but again, ICC's been able to capitalize. 4th and 21. You got 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Snap back to Sanford. It's off a wobbly kick. Taken at the 25. And got some return room across the 40, 45, 50. Nice return. Michael Mosley is the return man back for the Indians, and he has a good return up. May have worked into Trojan territory. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like they're going to put it right on the 50.
Field position, you mentioned Adam, we got the ball at midfield.
4:48 left to go in the third. Good field position for the Indians. They've got it at midfield, leading MDCC 45-14. Handoff to Watts right side as Smith has checked back in at quarterback for the Indians. Azaria Smith has had a huge day receiving, and he's now in running this Indian offense. First down pickup for Watts to the 40.
But should Parker right now, today, get hurt or whatever, maybe in the future, but Smith's the one coming in. So he's taking some snaps back here.
Good decision. There's no reason to play Red Parker right now. We've got a big lead, 45-14. Let's try another quarterback. Good decision.
Handoff Watts on 1st and 10, and he's tripped up as he tried to bust free. Javian Gathright coming up to make the tackle. Gain of 2 will bring up 2nd and 8 for the Indians.
At 842-3844. That's 842-3844 to discuss your next move, Tommy Morgan, real estate agent.
Jamal Brooks will check into the Indian backfield.
Gain of 2 on that previous one.
2nd and 8 from the Trojan 38. Handoff goes to Brooks. Has running room, right side, first down, looking for more, works inside the Trojan 20 before he's finally taken down. Marlon Brown getting downfield to make the stop.
Know that when you see Brooks break the line of scrimmage, get ahead of steam.
Gain is to the Delta 18.
185-pound defense back. That's
20-yard gain, 1st and 10 Indians.
Situation here for the Indians. Ball appears to be right about the 18-yard line. That's where ICC will have it, knocking on the door, leading 45-14 here in the third quarter. Smith, first time to throw.
Smith to throw, going toward the end zone. That ball is incomplete. Through the hands of intended receiver Azaria Smith was excited. He thought he had a touchdown pass to add to his monumental day receiving, but the intended receiver for the Indians is down on the back side of the end zone. Certainly hope he will be okay. We will step aside and take a break with 2:59 to play in the third. It's all Indians here in Moorhead, 45-14. We'll take a break and be back on the MDCC Sports Network. Welcome back. The injured player for the Indians up, able to walk off under his own power. Certainly hope he will be okay and able to return. 2nd and 10, Itawamba now from the Delta 18. Smith stays in at quarterback. He'll call his own number. Run it right side. And he's upended, goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Anthony Brown over to make the tackle.
Pickup Smith, I think it was a call QB, basically QB run out to the right side of the line over there. Again, we did a good job of sealing that.
Gain is to the 11, 7-yard pickup. Leave the Indians with 3rd and 3.
Right, he got 6-7 yards. Good job by Smith. Good blocking by the interior offensive line. So Smith hand off to Watts.
They'll give it to Watts. Makes a cut, looks for the first down. He's popped pretty hard and does not get there as Deon Cleef Perilous comes in to make the stop for the Trojans. Sophomore out of Pompano Beach, Florida, Blanche Ely High School. 4th and 3 from the 11. Or they give him a yard to the 10, so make it 4th and 2.
Brooks back in too.
That's still your quarterback.
Indians going to keep the offense on the field. Smith looking for the snap. A flag is down. And this will likely go against MDCC, who jumped across early. And it will be offsides against the Trojans, so the Indians will pick up a first down, continue the drive. With 1:44 to go here in the third, a touchdown, an extra point here will get us to a running clock, as 38 points is the margin for a running clock.
Big words. I don't know what they mean. Hopefully they're not bad words. So I'm just
1st and goal from the 5.
First and goal, guys. Ball 5 yards.
Brooks in the backfield. Smith takes the snap. Hands off to Brooks, and he powers his way toward the goal line. Brought down just shy. They'll mark it at the 1. 2nd and goal coming up. Austin Mitchell in on the stop for the Trojans. Also DeAnthony Brown in there as well.
One, if you want to call it that, here at the goal to go.
It's been between 1 and 2 right now. So
1 minute left here in the third quarter.
So ICC's in line scrimmage here, 2nd down and goal.
Smith takes the snap, hands off to Brooks again, and 2nd effort. I'm not sure he got there. They're going to mark him short again. So 3rd and goal coming up as we tick down under a minute to go here in the third. Clock running 35 seconds.
ICC's going to have to snap this ball before, because the play clock is
3rd and goal from the 1. Do they try Brooks again? No. Smith calls his own number, right side, and he's brought down for a loss. Trojans do not bite on Brooks. Jalen Davidson comes up with a big stop there. Will bring up 4th and goal. That should be the final play of the third quarter. Loss back to the 4. And that will run out the clock in the third quarter. 45-14 Itawamba, but the Trojans showing some life defensively. It'll be 4th and goal for the Indians when we come back in a moment here on the MDCC Sports Network.
Previous to this, I was actually a math major, but I have my own small business. So I like to use those experiences and share those with my students to hopefully inspire them. So in Administrative Office, you cover all of the Microsoft Office programs. You'll take Microsoft Word 1 and 2, you'll take Excel 1 and 2, and you'll take Microsoft Access. Also, you take business communications, so you learn how to communicate effectively in the business world, and that's so important. One really great benefit to our students is they get to do an externship, so they actually get to go out and shadow and work for a business, so they get those hands-on experiences.
Welcome back as we start the fourth quarter, 4th and goal for the Indians. They bring the field goal unit on the field. Shane Lasher, who is 1 for 1 on the day, 2 for 2 on the year. His earlier make today was from 26 yards. This will be a 21-yard attempt. And Lasher puts the kick up and good. 21-yard field goal good, makes it 48-14. As Lasher extends the lead for the Indians. He's now 3 for 3 on the year. 2 makes from 21, 1 from 26.
Loving to see the enthusiasm and the intensity that has come out the second.
The Trojans will
allowing even, as Mr. Ingram mentioned, some
get it with just under
haven't gotten snapped.
14:50 to go here in the 4th, looking for something, just anything offensively here in the second half. Trojan defense has played well, but the Indian defense has played well too in the 3rd quarter, as the Trojans have not been able to get anything going offensively.
We got about 50 or 60 people that drove here today, Thursday afternoon, 2:30. Our ICC fans, thank you for coming to the
Price Nixon puts the ball on the tee on the 35 as we wait on the officials to say we're ready to go here for the kickoff.
He jumped in the air and did Mr. Ingram's, I mean, how did he did it? Was he not 50 strong? Yeah, but this time he's jumping up straight up. I mean, he touched his face.
Brad, you're really impressive there.
This is amazing. I mean, I just wish they had some fire.
Deep kick will go into the end zone from Nixon for a touchback. Trojans will get it at their own 25. As it's all Itawamba, 48-14 here in the 4th.
ICC debit card, visit FANB.bank for more information.
Adam, I'm trying to brag on our fans, and Adam, and Brian's talking about cheering.
Trojans will be on the road the next 2 weeks. Next Thursday night, they'll travel to Northwest. Then October 13th, we'll go down to Goodman to take on Holmes. And then October 20th will be our next broadcast here on the Mdcc Sports Network when Jones comes to town. Jones in the top 5 nationally ranked will be coming to Moorhead in a few weeks. 1st and 10, Delta at their own 25. Handoff and a short gain.
Distinguished alum.
Yeah, distinguished alum going on there as well.
There's Travion Reese on the carry. Give him 1 to the 26. Will bring up 2nd and 9.
We'll feed you, no doubt.
2nd down and 9 to go here for Delta.
4 wide for Parton, looking deep down the left side and overshoots Raheem Fairley, his intended receiver. Darian Hobbs had the coverage for the Indians. A ring up 3rd and 11.
Good coverage right there by ICC. Corner there. Jalen Rush. Good coverage. Deep pass is all he do, just over 3 inches. Again, good job by ICC.
You're right, Brad. We got a little help from the safety also on the coverage.
3rd and 9, short gain will bring up 4th down. Reese again on the carry. And the punting unit will come on for the Trojans. Jaron Sanford has gotten a workout this afternoon.
Set to return to this little Caesar's Bun. He'll be staring back into the sun. This one, so we'll see if that one comes into play.
Sanford will go back and stand at his own 15. Return man Michael Mosley for the Indians standing around his own 37. It will hit at the Indian 45 and take a delta roll inside the 35 to the 34. It will be down there by DeMonte Williams, and that's where the Indians will take over with 13:25 to play and a 34-point lead for Itawamba.
Hey, he did a good job down the football.
The reason I bring that up is, Jim, I know one thing you're extremely excited for is the dance is going on after the game here.
We'll see if Smith stays in at quarterback. He's had a great day receiving for the Indians, but they're without starting quarterback Carson Green today. Red Parker went most of the distance, and we've seen him go to Azaria Smith, and he will stay in at quarterback. And a handoff to a new back in the game. That's Roderick Patterson. And Patterson works up to the 35. They'll say only a gain of 1. Jacoby and Eichelberger on the tackle. So Patterson stays in the backfield. Play clock is down to 4. Smith got to hurry. And they will not get it off. That'll be a delay of game against the Indians.
That's just one of those lessons you learn as a backup quarterback.
All right, so they're going to call a false start against the Indians. I beg your pardon. They could have gone with either one because the play clock had expired, but false start is the call. Either way, it's a 5-yard penalty. Bring up 2nd and 14 as they move it back to the 30. Smith looking to throw, has to roll out to his right, lofts it downfield. That pass is intercepted, and with the return down the Trojan sideline is Jalen Johnson, and he will take it back for the touchdown. Boy, Johnson somehow kept his feet in bounds, but he picked that one off, took it back about 35 yards. We'll see if we get a replay here, see where he came up with it. First interception of the season for Jalen Johnson. And that will make it 48-20 with 12:05 to play.
Either way, he's trying to make a play happen. Another lesson learned as a backup. And so, pick 6. That's a tough lesson. That was a little harder than the swallow right there.
The touchdown makes it a 48-20 contest.
So Johnson with the pick 6 cuts it to 28. And Klein will be on for the extra point. And Klein puts it up and through, kicking into a pretty stiff wind here now this afternoon at Jim Randall Stadium. But the extra point is good, makes it 48-21. Trojans cut it to 24 with 12:05 to play in the 4th. We'll take a break and be back on the MDCC Sports Network.
Who was that? Johnson?
Jalen Johnson, number 8. Yes, sir.
Position as far as a payroll clerk goes, an administrative assistant, even possibly a manager of a business.
When I came up, you know, everybody said go to a 4-year college, blah, blah, blah. Really and truly, if I had it to do over again, I would come to a community college and learn a skill. Because skilled labor right now, these guys are the future. They're going to be the ones making the money.
We do offer a certificate.
Welcome back. Jalen Johnson with the pick 6 for the Trojans. Cuts it to 48-21. And kickoff going to be taken, a fair catch called for at the 15-yard line. Taken in by Nick Fortune. So the Indians will take over 1st and 10. They're going to bring it out to the, they'll put it at the 20. That's where the Indians will have it. Beg your pardon, 25. Where the Indians will have it 1st and 10. And a handoff straight ahead on 1st and 10. And wrapped up pretty quick was Patterson. Well, actually, that was Watts, I believe, back in on the carry. And there's an Indian down. It is Eddie Lewis. They say no gain on the play to bring up 2nd and 10. And while the injured Indian is getting some attention, we'll step aside and take a break here on the Mdcc Sports Network.
Program and an associate's degree out of this program. So there's 3 career paths that they could take. A 1-year, 2-year, or take some academics and do an associate's degree. We do an apprentice program and an on-the-job training program through Wynn Job Center with several of our dealers in our area.
And I've got dealerships and private guys just beating the door down needing technicians. So this skill right here is something they can carry on through life. They can make a living at. If you know what you're doing, you can make 6 figures. No problem. That's a lot of money.
I've been on heavy equipment my entire life. Yeah, I was 9 years old, and my dad told me to dig a ditch about a mile long and left me there for a week, and I did it. It's a lot of different pieces of equipment it takes to get the job done. We have backhoes, skid steers, track loaders, bulldozers, motor graders, dump trucks. You need to know all of them and be a master at 1 or 2 of them. That way you can fluctuate throughout a construction job site. Construction equipment, it's everywhere.
Welcome back. Eddie Lewis able to get up, walk off under his own power. Certainly hope he will be okay. 2nd and 10 Indians from their own 25 with 11:45 to go. Clock running, 48-21. Itawamba leading Delta here on homecoming. As Watts tries to run right side and not much happening there. Brought down, no gain on the play. Will bring up 3rd and 10. Jacoby and Eichelberger coming up to make the stop. Smith will have Brooks and Watts in the backfield. Brooks and H-back on the left side. Watts the tailback. And Smith calls his own number. Runs left side, gets to the 30. And taken down short of the first down marker. Actually taken out of bounds, I should say. We'll bring up 4th down for the Indians. They'll have to punt. Trojans will get it back with around 10 minutes to go here in the ball game. Trojans getting on the board here in the second half. A Jalen Johnson pick 6. As Price Nixon back to punt for the Indians. And there's contact with Nixon, no flag. Punt will hit, roll out of bounds. Delta will get it around their own 25, I believe, is where it went out of bounds. We'll see actually where they mark it, but I'm surprised there was no flag there with the contact on Nixon.
It was not a blatant hit. I watched it. He might have got touched. He was trying to sell it, and the referee didn't buy it. I wouldn't have bought it either. Price was putting on a good act. It didn't work. Would you have bought it for $1? No, I don't think so. Would
So Delta will have it. They put it at the Trojan 23, the line of scrimmage for Mississippi Delta. And a new quarterback in the game for the Trojans is Donovan Cole, freshman out of Rock Creek, Alabama, Capitol Heights High School. And we got a whistle and a timeout, Trojans. 10:06 to go as they've gone to Donovan Cole here to run the offense in the fourth quarter. Cole listed at 6'3", 205. Again, a freshman out of Rock Creek, Alabama, Capitol Heights High School. Saw him a couple of times early in the season. Has a few pass attempts under his belt. But he will be charged with running the offense here in the fourth. First and 10, Delta from their own 23 as they trail Littlewamba 48-21 with 10:06 to play. Cole will have Emmanuel Tyler in the backfield. And the handoff is to Tyler, and he's taken down after a short gain. And Travian Smith comes up to make the stop for the Indians. They say no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the Delta 23.
Thursday, we'll be right back here on the Ranch Channel, but we'll be back on Super Talk Mississippi, 101.9 FM. For homecoming at ICC versus Holmes. That'll be in Davisville. Pregame show starting at 6. First American National Bank Open game away at 6:30. Kind of new quarterback in for
Snap back to Cole on 2nd and 10, looking to throw. Fires left side, incomplete. Was trying to hit Davenport. I'll leave the Trojans with 3rd and 10.
Neither one of y'all corrected me. Make sure it was late. Yeah, and then neither one of y'all got it. So Hobbs did a good job of jumping.
3rd and 10 from the Delta 23. Clock stopped with 9:20 to play in the fourth.
3rd and 10 situation, 9 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here in the fourth.
It's 48-21 over Delta.
Cole will hand off to Tyler, and not much happening there. 4th down coming up as that one sniffed out by Jarquez Ivy.
Good job by Jarquez Ivy, the freshman linebacker from Hamer, Mississippi.
And once again, Jaron Sanford going to come on to punt.
Jarquez took advantage of that opportunity and forced the Trojans to punt.
Fourth and 10 from the 23. Sanford will go back and stand inside his own 10. Michael Mosley to return for the Indians. And we've got a whistle and a flag. It'll be a delay of game against the Trojans. Well, sometimes things just continue to not go right, and that's what's happening here for the Trojans. Back them up to the 18. Mosley will work up, stand at midfield, await the punt from Jaron Sanford. A high wobbly kick will hit at the 45 and take a short Delta roll to the 47. That's where Itawamba will take over. 1st and 10 from the Delta 47, 8:18 to play. Indians in control, 48-21 here on homecoming from Mississippi Delta.
Don't want to get anybody hurt here. There's no reason to throw the ball and, give them an opportunity to pick it off.
I actually put it at the Delta 48. That's where the Indians will have it.
So first down and 10 here for the Indians. Smith is still your quarterback. Watts is the running back to his right side. You've got an H-back in Brooks and 2 receivers here on the near side.
Handoff goes to Watts straight ahead, works to the 45 to the 44 before he's taken down. Austin Mitchell on the tackle.
Second down and 6. And as you can see, we're huddling up.
Gain of 4 to the 44 will leave the Indians with 2nd and 6.
Good job by the Indians again. Have the lead 48-21. Have the football.
I'm going to see them drain this play clock as much as possible, chew as much clock here.
15 seconds to go. Let's make them snap it until they get right around the 8 seconds, and they do.
Smith handoff to Watson. He's wrestled down after a short pickup. Drew Allbrooks, sophomore out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama Central High School, coming up to make the tackle for the Trojans. Gain is to the 41, 3rd and 3 coming up for the Indians. Smith takes the snap on 3rd and 3, calls his own number straight ahead, has a first down inside the 35. Or actually, they mark it at the 35. I guess his knee went down, but he fell forward inside the 35, but they'll put it, call it a 6-yard pickup, 1st and 10 Indians.
That's not anything Mr. Ingram hadn't done to us up here.
6.5 to go here in Moorhead. Itawamba leading the Trojans 48-21. Handoff Watson. He's stopped in the backfield. Runs into Marlon Brown and also Anthony Brown. Loss of 1 will bring up 2nd and 11 from the 36.
Yeah, I mean, everybody here, even those people who aren't watching and haven't seen a lick of this game, we're going to run the ball. It's a run defense scenario, basically, for Delta. So, 5 minutes, 50 seconds. Clock's ticking down here in the 4th. Mdc's lining up here on 2nd down.
Indians taking their time. Play clock down to 3. Smith on 2nd down, gives to Watts, tries to spin out of a tackle, but cannot get away from Marlon Brown. He's had a good day defensively for the Trojans. Brown, sophomore out of Pickens, Mississippi, Yazoo County High School. Gain is to the 34, 2-yard pickup, 3rd and 9.
So we have 3rd down and 9. Once again, ICC looking to the sideline. Going to run the play clock down as far as they can. This one 48-21 here on homecoming at Mississippi Delta. Watt staying in at running back. Smith still your quarterback. H-back is Brooks.
Inside 5 minutes to go. Handoff Watts on 3rd down. Bust loose for the 1st down. Looking for more down the Indian sideline. Tries to keep his feet in bounds, but cannot do it. He'll be marked out just inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Indians from the 9. Or actually, they put it right on the 10. Either way, 1st and goal.
They lead at 48-21. It's now to be 1st and goal inside the 10 for the Indians.
Down to 4 minutes and 27 seconds at this point left in the 4th. ICC checking in and out some players there. Mr. Ingram kind of taking the time. They've got 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They're going to take a timeout. They don't get like that.
And the Indians will have to burn a timeout as the play clock worked down to 2 seconds. So we will step aside, take one as well. 4:10 to play. Indians in control, 48-21. We're back in a moment on the MDCC Sports Network.
My long-term goal has always been to teach. I had a professor when I was in culinary school that was kind of one of these life-changing guys. spent a lot of time and effort with me. My long-term goal was always to give back, to be able to share my knowledge of food with a younger generation. In the culinary world, our end.
Through that defense to have short fields.
Welcome back out of the timeout. Indians have first and goal from the 10 with 4:10 left to play in this one in Moorhead. Itawamba in front 48-21. Jamal Brooks in the backfield with Smith, the quarterback. Handoff is to Brooks, and he's tripped up after the handoff. And there's a Trojan slow to get up. That's the Trojan that made the tackle. Cannot tell who that is at the moment. Looks like Marlon Brown. If so, that's one the Trojans definitely don't need. I beg your pardon, that's 22. Anthony Brown. He's also had a good day defensively for Mdcc. And certainly hope he will be okay as Eichelberger tries to help him to his feet. You see there, and Brown says, I'm going to need a few more minutes. So now Anthony Brown up to his feet will be able to walk off. Be second and goal for the Indians coming out of the timeout. 3:52 to play here at Jim Randall Stadium.
And welcome back out of that injury timeout. The young man from Delta able to walk off on his own power there. Good to see. Girls' ICC now having second and goal.
Second and goal from the 9. Handoff is to Brooks, and he's brought down quickly. Chardarius Moore coming up to make the stop. Sophomore out of O'Bannon High School, Greenville, Mississippi. Third and goal now for the Indians.
ICC's playing a game here where they're not trying to, run up the scoreboard, if you want to call it that. They're just being very respectful about this. They're getting their guys to play in time in there, but they're also trying to melt this clock down. They're doing that each
Indians taking their time getting the play call in. Play clock down to 7. Smith will take the snap with Brooks in the backfield. Third and goal from the 10. Smith flushed out. Has to run. Gets out of 2 Trojan defenders, and he will hit the pylon for the touchdown. What a run by Azarian Smith. His third touchdown of the day. His first one rushing. He had 2 reception touchdowns earlier in the day. And that will extend the lead 54-21 with 2:44 to play. Boy, Smith doing it all this afternoon for the Indians.
Yeah, it really has. And of course, again, Red Parker did an excellent job of hitting Smith on those passes that we were seeing in the first half. So those yards and the touchdowns that he was able to obtain, they were a great job.
Nixon on for the extra point. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. 55-21 with 2:44 to go. It's all Itawamba here in Moorhead. We'll take a break and be right back on the MDCC Sports Network.
Trying to entertain you, and we're trying to fulfill you. Whether it's through the sight of the food, the smell of the food, or the taste of the food, you have to have all 3 of those aspects together to make a really, really good dish. There's one thing their freshman year that I just beat to death, and it's the 6 keys to becoming a professional chef. Knowledge, skill, taste, judgment, dedication, and pride. And if a student has those 6 things and follows through with them, they will be wildly successful. Having a dream and following through with that dream is probably one of the most rewarding things that I can have.
Welcome back, Azarian Smith. A 10-yard touchdown run for the Indians makes it 55-21 with 2:44 to play here in Moorhead. And this kick going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Trojans will have it at the 25 as we saw Donovan Cole on the previous offensive series for the Trojans. We'll see who Coach Johnson goes with here.
13 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes, 44 seconds. I wish folks at home could as hard.
I know. We both stared at Brad.
And it looks like Donovan Cole will stay in at quarterback for the Trojans. Cole will have trip receivers to the left side, has Liddell in the backfield. Handoff is to Liddell, and he works straight ahead across the 30 up to the 32, maybe the 33. Gain is to the 32, 7-yard pickup, 2nd and 3 Trojans. And Cole calls his own number and brought down in the backfield. That is Phil Oliver on the tackle. They say no gain on the play, so keep it at the 32, 3rd and 3. As we're under 2 minutes to go now here in Moorhead. It'll be Liddell working for the first down, gets to midfield now in Indian territory, and finally chased out of bounds by Elijah Wadley. Well, Liddell, another tough run. We've seen some gritty running out of Devon Liddell here this afternoon as he's doing all he can to keep these Trojan drives alive. 1st and 10, MDCC from the Indian 44.
1st and 10 here for the Trojans. They keep it on the ground one more time.
Handoff straight ahead for the Trojans. Emory James on the carry. First time we've seen him. Freshman out of Louisville, Mississippi, Louisville High School. Gain is to the 39. Cole fumbles the snap and just has to go to the ground to save possession. Loss will be back to the 42. We'll leave MDCC with 3rd and 8. Under 60 ticks left in this one. James splits out in motion. Cole looking to throw, goes over the middle. It's deflected and falls incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 45 seconds to play. It'll bring up 4th down for the Trojans. We'll likely see the offense stay on the field. MDCC going to fall to 0-5 on the year. Itawamba will improve to 2-3. MDCC will be on the road next week at Northwest, 7 o'clock kickoff. Our next broadcast here on the MDCC Sports Network will be October 20th when the Trojans welcome Jones to town. Cole, time to throw on 4th down, downfield and through the hands of a wide open intended receiver. That was Dontavius Triplett, who could not haul it in. A turnover on downs will give it back to the Indians. We'll see a knee, and this one should go final.
He hit time in the back when he dropped back, was able to load up and throw. Guy was wide open, and kind of like that pass you were talking about. I guess it was Smith, the first one ever. He was so wide open, hard to, you got to catch that one.
Indians will have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. 37 seconds left in this one. And Smith will go to a knee, and that will bring this one to a close. 55-21, your final score. Itawamba comes to Moorhead, spoils homecoming for the Trojans. And again, the Indians improved to 2-3 on the year. Trojans fall to 0-5, and we know the result, not what Coach Tavares Johnson wanted, but he's made it very clear. He's going to keep his head up. He's going to keep plunging ahead. He knows that he's got a fight on his hands, and he says he's here to stay in for the long haul at MDCC, and credit him for that attitude. You can tell his guys are buying in by the way they're playing late in this one. When they're down by, 34 points, the game's out of control, but they do not quit, and things are going to tick up for these MDCC Trojans one day soon, and they'll have another opportunity next week again on the road at Northwest And MDCC will be back home October 20th to welcome Jones to town. They've got 2 home games left on the year, October 20th versus Jones and October 27th against East. We'll have both of those for you here on the MDCC Sports Network with a kickoff of 7:30. With that, we will wrap things up here from Jim Randall Stadium. I'm Watson Cook. We'll say thank you for watching MDCC football on the MDCC Sports Network.
We are broad in our area of what we teach. A student can come through and they can go into the mechanical design aspect of it. They can go into the architectural. They can go into the civil and surveying, estimating.
I would say this is probably the 6th or 5th year that we've been heavy into the 3D printing. It is a valuable tool, and it's the wave of the future.